What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the end game. We are live with you for the next 3 hours to make sure that you are prepared for week 12. It's already been off to an interesting start. Let's put it that way. Matchups matter, as we've seen. It always does. And so every week is different. And especially you guys are head toward the playoffs, hopefully clinching the playoffs. You just want to go in there strong or just fighting to make it. Got to make sure we get some wins here. Week 12, let's get it going. We're going to go over the injury report. We're going to go over all the matchups, and we're going to talk about your teams. We're not going to talk about our teams. You don't care about our teams.
Right.
We want to hear about your team. We want to know how you're doing. We want to know your dilemmas, and we want to help you out. So we're going to continue to do that. First, I do feel like we should at least kind of discuss the Thursday night game. Yeah, that Houston defense is pretty good, huh?
Yeah, we might be in stay away territory here against Houston, at least for QBs. James Cook still did his thing.
Yeah.
Khalil Shakir said, "I'm going to suck last week, but I'm going to be good against the Houston defense this week."
Yes, he did. Baby bump. That's what it was. Beforehand, he was all stressed and preoccupied, and now it was just like celebration. That's what it was. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, really, I guess, the Buffalo offense looked the same, right? And Cook was good. He cooked. Josh Allen did not cook. So, I mean, honestly, at this point, maybe that's what it is. If you have a quarterback, I know with wide receivers, generally, we're like, don't feel great against the Texans. Shakir still did his thing, but yeah, maybe we just don't start QBs against Texans the rest of the season. Next week, Indy. After that, Kansas City. I mean, do we just sit Pat Mahomes against the Texans?
Probably. I mean, I can easily sit Daniel Jones against the Texans. That won't be hard.
Yeah. And then after that, you really don't have to worry about it because there's no quarterbacks you'd want to start against them unless you get to week 17. It's Justin Herbert. But yeah, that defense was legit. And General Mills, did I see that right? Has he won 3 games in a row?
Okay, this is what was crazy about that game. How did the Texans they had 35 yards in the second half total. How did they win that game? How do you win that game? I mean, what were we looking at, the 85 Bears, the 2,000 Ravens? What is this defense here that the offense doesn't even have to do any? The offense can literally just punt, and win the game.
It's a game of field position. No, it's true. They didn't have a defensive or special teams touchdown, right? All their points were offensive points, but of course they won because of their defense, right? The field position, they got some turnovers. So, yeah, it's legit. Be curious to see what if CJ Stroud comes back next week and they don't win. I don't think it'll matter. They'll still start him, but just gotta wonder.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's lost his job to Davis Mills here. The Texans offense was showing signs, before Stroud got hurt. I think it's more I think the offensive line has gotten a little bit better. I think the OC made some changes. And then when you have a defense like this, it certainly helps.
Right. No, that's true. They've been trying to find themselves an offense. Probably better that now they don't just run Nick Chubb 20 times a game, straight into the line of scrimmage. It might help too. All right. Let's move on to Sunday and beyond. Let's look at the injury report first of all. A lot of news this week, as there usually is. So the first thing is got some players thought might come back. They're not coming back. Okay, so Joe Burrow was ruled out today. And it was sounding encouraging, right? And he was running with the first team and sounded like they might put him out there and they need something, right? But it's just too soon? Did they feel like he wasn't ready physically or just not going to push it?
Yeah, according to what Zach Taylor said, because remember they play on Thursday night next week, so it's the short turnaround. This is weird to me because it's okay, let's assume the Bengals, I know, crazy thought here, but let's assume the Bengals lose this week because who can the Bengals really beat with that defense, honestly? How have they won 3 games? Let's say they lose and they're 3-9 or they'll be 3-8, right? What are they right now? 3-7, or are they 3-8 right now?
They must
You're 3-7, right?
3-7.
So, like 3-8. Even if Joe Burrow magically comes back and they win every single game, which look, Joe Burrow is not the missing piece here, right? The defense can't stop anybody. Right. 9-8 is not getting you into the playoffs. So is it even worth it? Like, are they just playing him because he wants to play? Like, is it even worth it? So this is definitely going to be something we're going to have to monitor. Of course, it will be a short week next week, but yeah, I really thought Burrow was going to play this week. The way they were ramping him up, it's like, all right, let's do it. But then the other thing is he was like full practice, limited practice yesterday. So I wonder if like after 2 practices, he was like, hey guys, my toes no good. You know what I mean? So because we're on the very aggressive end of return to play right now for that injury.
Yeah, that is a good point though. Maybe thought he was going to play, and then now they're realizing it might take a little longer. So no Joe. Well, not that Joe. The other Joe. More Flacco. No Bucky. This doesn't surprise me at all. But look, I also, we'd heard something early in the week, and Rondé Barber was saying like, nah, he's not coming back. But then there's now this whisper, this internal discussion that maybe he's just not ready to come back at all. Like they're just worried here that the re-injury risk is too much, that maybe he's not even close yet to coming back next week. Some people are like, nah, he'll be back next week. I don't know, man. This is the point where if you're taking a chance and you can still buy low or whatever, like I don't think this is a guy I want to take the chance on.
Yeah, I'm not actively going out and trading for Bucky Irving, that's for sure. But Todd Bowles did say that he's trending up to play versus the Cardinals next week. I don't know. Week 13 was always the week I thought. Like I keep saying, like a few weeks ago, we had somebody in the chat when I was doing the solo stream say, $1,000. What week would you bet Bucky coming back? I said week 13. So I still think we're going to see Bucky next week, but we do have to wonder what Bucky are we going to see. Like, what if Sean Tucker goes out there and looks good again this week? Like, how much, are we going to see more Sean Tucker even when he does come back? So, wouldn't surprise me if we see Bucky next week, but no, he's definitely not a guy I'm actively trying to trade for. No way.
No. And I say that because we had a couple of questions like on Draftline. Somebody asked me about Bucky and this and the combo deal. I was like, I don't want to take the Bucky side. I just don't. But we're going to see probably more Sean Tucker this week. So just be prepared. And as we said, this always depends who you got, but don't read too much into last week's outburst because that Buffalo run defense really isn't that good. Doesn't mean Sean Tucker is going to just smash again. It's a different spot. All right. Not playing once again. BTJ. Are we ever going to see Brian Thomas Jr.? Honestly, it's one of those things. It's like not IR. It was like week to week, and now it's like week to week to week to week to week. It's like every week. What's the deal with Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah, I do think we're going to see Brian Thomas Jr. Like, if they didn't think if he was going to play, they would have just put him on season-ending IR by now. The Jags are a competitive team. The Jags are in it. The Jags, they're not one of these teams like the Bengals where it's like, why bring him back? So, yeah, I feel like next week we're going to see BTJ. He's been practicing. I think next week we see BTJ.
All right, but we're not seeing him this week, so maybe a little more Jacoby Myers. We also will not see the duo of Michael Penix Jr. and Drake London for the Falcons. You already know Penix done for the year. Another injury. Look at his injury history. It might make you want to sell low even in Dynasty. Just saying. And then Drake London, of course, out this week. We'll see what's going on going forward. And Arizona, another week without Marvin Harrison. So, yes, you can, again, fire up Michael Wilson. But, again, don't expect him to go off insanely like he did last week. Also, though, Trey Benson not back yet. Mario Demercado also out with an injury he suffered last week. I think it's an ankle injury. So, more Bam, or are we going to see Michael Carter in the fold again?
Well, we'll probably see both. Bam, I'm sure, will be the preferred option, the guy you want. But this is a tough matchup against this Jags run defense. But I will say Bam caught, I think, like 4 or 5 passes last week. Now, granted, Jacoby Brissett threw the ball almost 60 times, but at least he is involved as a pass catcher. He's probably going to be the preferred goal line back. I think Bam, like I considered putting Bam on the sneaky starts, except I don't know at the time I'm filming if Trey Benson is going to play or not. So it's like, I can't say Bam Knight is a sneaky start if Trey Benson plays. So, but this is a guy I think it's fair to ask, are we ever going to see Trey Benson this year?
Well, you would think. I mean, his practice window was open, right? I mean, he's start to do something. They got 21 days, so if we don't see him soon, we're not going to see him at all. But yeah,
well, I think we'll see. I think we'll see Trey Benson. But man, it feels like we've been waiting for this guy forever.
I know. Well, no Benson this week. Also, no Isaiah Pacheco. Not that you'll miss him too terribly. And then he got Jaden Reed. Some thought he might come back. He's not back yet. Jackson Dart. This one was a little surprising. Thought he might clear. He did not. He's out again. So we get more famous Jameis. I don't know if this actually, after last week, makes me feel better about the wide receivers like I thought it would. This is on the road against Detroit. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel better. What's weird here is like Jameis Winston, they didn't give Jameis, like they had Jackson Dart, because remember Jackson Dart was practicing. So like, like say what you want about the Browns. They're a poorly run organization, but they did it right this week, early in the week, just saying, no, Dylan Gabriel's out. Shadour's the guy. Let's get a full week of practice with Shador the guy. The Giants, like, Jameis Winston's like, I barely took any first-team reps. Like, they're just throwing this. Like, nah, he was horrible. He was horrible last week. He threw like 5 interceptions, but it only turned into 1. Like, really, he threw like 5. He was horrible. What do you have, like 180 yards? Yeah, I'm not. No, this does not make me feel better about the Giants pass catchers on the road in Detroit. Not at all.
No, not at all. Dylan Gabriel also, of course, we know this, not cleared protocol. We're going to see Shador Sanders make his first start. And so do with that what you will. I know what I'm doing. I'm avoiding Cleveland pass catchers just to be safe. I'm not assuming he's going to be horrible, but I'm also going to probably err on the side of caution that he might actually be horrible.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And Rashad Bateman is also out for those who are curious.
Zay Flowers week, right? Come on, against the Jets. Come on, Zay. It's time.
Man, that would be nice. I'm also not going to assume that either. All right. The one we're really curious about, probably the most, is Josh Jacobs. All right. So just assumed he'd be out, Emmanuel Wilson, all that. And day to day is what they've been labeling him. And it sounds like it's true. He's questionable. What's the feeling here on Josh Jacobs actually playing tomorrow?
I don't know. This is getting closer to like a 50-50 for me, because he's saying like if it's just a pain thing, he's gonna play or whatever. So and he also basically said, like, if I miss this week, I'm playing next week. So it obviously is not that serious of an injury. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's kind of how this year has been. Like, Rico Dowdle and who else? Like, who else have you added off waivers that has actually? And look, Rico Dowdle's expectations weren't even that high. Like, right? When James Conner went down, like, Trey Benson, you got to go get Trey Benson. He lasted 1 game, and we still haven't even seen him since, right? Woody Marks has had the breakout, and, I mean, he's been, like, okay lately, but even him. Who else? Who else?
I feel like
who else
there was like
Tyrone Tracy. Cam Scadaboo goes down. Tyrone Tracy. No, it hasn't happened for him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, all these, like, we have not had it. Like, what's going on here? So maybe we're gonna have that with Emmanuel Wilson too. Like, yeah, you gotta go get Emmanuel Wilson. Oh, nope, you're not. Like, it's just been weird. Weird that way.
Yeah, like Scadaboo is the one. Like you said, everyone felt like when they picked him up, he's gonna be a league winner. That lasted 2 weeks, right? And he was hurt. No, I know there haven't been a lot of good waiver wire pickups that have helped you more than like 2 weeks. So
yeah,
one of those years. And I was gonna say, like, Quinshon Judkins, was picked up in a lot of leagues and felt like he was gonna be the guy, and then now it's like not so exciting anymore. Like, he's still there, but You're not like, loving it. So I don't know. It's been weird. Okay. We also got, so just Josh Jacobs, just to finish on that, what I read here is that he's feeling pretty good. But it doesn't mean he's going to play. So just be ready. Be ready. And then Aaron Rodgers, the former Packer, also pushing to play. Didn't need surgery. Now it's saying like he wants to give it a go. But this really shouldn't matter that much for fantasy, should it?
No, but I will say one thing I was definitely concerned about this week, especially for DK Metcalf, was potentially Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon returning for the Bears. So that's their Jalen Johnson, one of the best corners in the entire NFL. Kyler Gordon, one of the best slot corners in the NFL. Because remember, last week, it looked like Jalen Johnson might return. He didn't. So I thought, okay, this week he's coming back. But apparently they just said, nope, neither one is coming back. So this is still a good matchup for DK Metcalf this week against that Bears secondary. But I don't even know. Like, do I want it to be Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph? I honestly don't even know.
I mean, if I'm considering starting DK Metcalf, honestly, I prefer Rudolph. I mean, he can get the ball to his wideouts. We've seen him do it before, right? So we'll keep an eye on this one too. And then, fortunately, Ramondre Stevenson is going to be back. But again, we've talked enough about Travion Henderson. Y'all know how we feel about Travion Henderson. It doesn't mean that you don't start Travion Henderson. It just means that maybe Ramondre is going to be a flex option here. But it sounds like he's not guaranteed to come back yet. Is he on the better side of questionable?
Yeah, I would be surprised if he doesn't play. I mean, look, I'd be excited if he doesn't play. But it sounds like he's going to play. But I don't think he's coming back and just taking over. I mean, he's coming off a toe injury.
Right.
I think we're going to see way more Henderson than Ramondre.
Right. Kenneth Walker also listed as questionable because of course. But I see you put a little P next to him. Does it sound like he's probably going to play?
Yeah, this one was weird because it was like yesterday they listed him as questionable with a glute. Pretty sure it's the first time all year Kenneth Walker's been on the injury report, which is funny because every time I talked about Kenneth Walker as a league winner, all the hate I got was like, this guy can't stay healthy. Well, this year he stayed healthy, but the issue is they haven't committed to him. Maybe that's why he stayed healthy. I don't know.
Well, that's probably it.
But it sounds like barring a setback, he's going to play. But now it's like, is he like? Now I'm worried. Like, are we going to see the Charbonnet split because he's not 100%? It's like, okay, great.
Yeah. Well, so I'm looking it up here. The latest is according to The Athletic. On Friday, Mike McDonald, the head coach, said he's expected to play despite being added to the injury report. So he's technically questionable, but like you said, he's probably going to play. Alvin Kamara, same thing. Got an ankle issue. He's been listed on the injury report several times this year. He usually does play, so I guess no worry there. You're not worried about your boom?
Yeah, this one I'm not. I mean, I'm worried because I put him as a boom, and of course, it's like this isn't good. But he's been dealing with this like every week. I feel like he's on the injury report with ankle injury, and then he plays and he's fine. I'm more worried about Taysom Hill vulturing like 2 touchdowns than I am about the ankle.
Yeah. Right. Xavier Worthy is questionable, but probably going to play. But it also probably doesn't matter too much. Brenton Strange working his way back from injury himself in Jacksonville. We'll see. And then it sounds like this is going to be not even questionable, although he's still listed that way. Chris Godwin sounds like he is going to play. I didn't expect that. Godwin back before Bucky. So how do you treat Godwin in this matchup now that he is back? And what does this mean for Ibuka?
Nah. I don't think it means anything. Not starting Godwin, no way. You want to put him on your bench, see what he does, fine. But look, we already did this earlier in the year, and that didn't work out. Maybe it helps Ibuka. I don't know, because maybe the defense actually has to think about another player as far as pass catchers go. But there's no way I'm starting Chris Godwin. No way.
Yeah, and exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. For those who don't, okay, if you do remember the games Chris Godwin did play, the first game back got targeted a ton and did nothing with it. So in 2 games this season that he's played, exactly the same stat line: 3 catches, 26 yards. That's not gonna impact anything. So you can't start him yet. And then these guys are in. They are back, good to go. Jaylen Warren. So that kind of kills some of the Kenny Gainwell hype. Darius Slayton is back. He does have Jameis Winston for what it's worth. Kayshon Boutte against the Bengals, not a bad flex option. Daniel Jones was on the injury report earlier this week, but he is fine physically. Bajal Tootin is going to play. So, if you did pick him up, no regrets there. He's still going to at least have a role. And welcome back, Mike Gesicki. That's right, Mike Gesicki. So I guess there goes the Noah Fant. I don't know if there wasn't really hype around Noah Fant. But there goes any slight relevance maybe the Noah Fant might have had for a little while. It's gone.
Yeah, but Mike Gesicki, not a bad desperation tight end play here with Jamar Chase out.
Well, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, there's what we know so far as the injury report heading into week 12. Still got a lot of people questionable. Things could change as they always do. So that's why we're going to be here tomorrow morning as well on Sunday, 3 hours before the kickoff of the main slate. And we'll get you caught up on everything and still answer your questions, which we're about to do. But before we get into your questions, your comments, I have a comment. I think that if you haven't tried Underdog, you really should. Because, first of all, you get a free pick. This is a gimme. Right now, it's Kyron Williams getting more than a yard, like just a yard. Take the higher. That's your free pick here. If you sign up for Underdog on the very first time using code ENDGAME, if you're a new customer and you do that, you get the free Kyron Williams pick. You also get still a deposit match as much as $1,000 of bonus cash added to your account. They'll match half of your initial deposit when you first create your account. But use code ENDGAME to get the free pick and the bonus cash. And, oh, by the way, more bonus cash. As soon as you play $5 towards any picks, you get $100 in extra bonus funds added to your account. So if you use code ENDGAME when you're signing up for the first time, you're going to get all of that. And it is definitely worth it. So try it out if you haven't yet. And also I need to tell you about another app. It's called Draftline. So let me show you what it looks like. There we go. If you are using it for the first time, right here where it says promo code, you put Endgame, you get 10 free points to use to ask your questions. And this is how we answer your questions 24/7. When we're not doing the live stream, you can just ask away from the comfort of your cell phone. So you can just ask a question like it says, or if you are in Yahoo or Sleeper like this user, we can see your league. Do a start sit. Let's do one of those so we can show off that little functionality. Here we go. Hopefully Jacobs plays. Even if he does, what do you think? So let's take a peek at the roster. Got Purdy, Chase Brown, Sean Tucker's in there. Olave, Flowers, Ferguson, Tyron Tracy at the flex, McMillan at the flex. Rodriguez is on bye. Benson's not playing. Pearsall's a no. So really, the only person who's even playing on this bench is either Pitts at tight end, which I don't think we're going to put Pitts over Ferguson, right?
I would put Pitts over Ferguson.
Yeah, Pitts over Ferguson this week?
Yeah, with Kirk Cousins, good matchup. Ferguson, tough matchup against the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. It is the Eagles. All right. When all these are no's, it's Jacobs. Okay, so are we going to, assuming Jacobs plays, which if he does, I mean, I think I'm playing him over Sean Tucker. I'm playing him over Tyron Tracy, right?
Yeah. I think between the two, I would start him over Tyron Tracy against the Lions. With Bucky out, I think I leave Sean Tucker in there.
Right. So if Jacobs plays, he's in over Tracy. If not, just switch that time. That's it. Nice and easy. Do another one. This is JCR. What's up, JCR Melts? Always in here. You just ask a question. Just let us know, just like you do in the chat here. So Ramondre, Bam, or Tootin for RB2. I mean, Ramondre gets the Bengals, but again, how many touches is he getting coming off that toe injury? I don't think I would start him.
I think I would probably chase the volume of Bam here.
Yeah,
he should be the guy, even though it is the toughest. Even though he has the toughest matchup.
Still, like a kind of again, I feel like he's almost like the poor man's Kareem Hunt. He's just like a guy who will plod along and he somehow score a touchdown.
Yep.
So okay, I guess the lead role for his offense has TD upset every week. Ramondre, still risky. Oops, I don't know why I put so risky even if he plays. All right, and then we'll do Ace Chicken later. All right, but that's Draftline. You guys have a lot of questions. Let's do your questions here. Let's start with, assuming this is the first one you see too, Chew Baby Fresh Dog Treats. Welcome back. Yes, let's all dominate. So the first question, he says Singletary and Tootin are available. Rank 3 needs to drop Daniels for Hunt or Ramondre. You go Hunt, right?
Yeah, I would go Hunt. Again, I would have put Hunt on the sneaky starts, but I don't know when I'm filming. They haven't ruled Pacheco in or out yet, so I don't know. So couldn't do it. I would go Hunt over Ramondre. What are we? I don't rank 3. I don't understand what you mean by rank 3.
Pierce or Kelsey.
I mean, there's not much you can do here, right? Like Bucky's out, Achan's out, Debo's out. You're going to drop Daniels for Hunt. You're not starting Kelsey over Warren. It doesn't even look like you have a flex here. See Purdy, Tet, Pierce. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do here. Pick up Hunt. I don't know who your other. I guess Hunt would be your RB2. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much on the bench you can do here. So Hunt is fine. I mean, between like Singletary and Tootin, do I like those guys better than Hunt? Not really. So it's okay. It's okay to drop JD, I think.
Yep.
Derek Gonzalez wants to know Dak or Brissett?
I think you got to go Brissett this week. Easier matchup. Dak, I mean, I know he's at home, but man, it's the Eagles defense. Let's go with Jacoby. Talked about him in today's video. Jacoby has yet to score less than 20 points in a game this year.
Crazy.
Jacoby Brissett, QB, top 5 QB4 in the games he has played. QB4.
That's proof that 2025 is a crazy year. Jacoby Brissett. All right, this is trying to decipher these names since they switched the handle thing. I know who this is. This is Legend, aka Gemini Earth Snake. That's actually a really cool name.
They're still doing this. All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change. Although who knows? I already said I'm not the first to ask about these. Okay, rank these 3 quarterbacks. There's Brissett, there's Williams, and Jones.
Yeah, Jones gonna be last. Jones gonna be last for me on the road against the Chiefs. Well, Caleb and Brissett. It's somebody asked this on Draftline. It's so close. I think I just feel slightly better about Caleb, even though I just talked about how Jacoby Brissett is yet to score less than 20 fantasy points and it's QB4. But it just feels like there's it doesn't feel like the wheels can fall off for Caleb. It still feels like every time I put Jacoby Brissett in, like, what if this is the week the wheels fall off and he throws 3 interceptions and is just horrible. Whereas like Caleb will never be horrible. So I'm gonna go slightly Caleb here. Brissett second.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Jones against Kansas City. I don't want to risk it. Just because it's, the Bears are at home, the Pittsburgh defense hasn't been great. I think it's fine. It's fine to go with Caleb. So let's get to Lex Dad. Need to flex. Chase Brown, Romo Dunze, Judkins, Emmanuel Wilson. Some good choices.
Oh, man, only one of these? I'll say it's between Rome or Chase Brown, and this comes to this probably would come down to my team. Like, if I have a lot of guys on my team that are if these are your flex options, you probably don't have a lot of guys like this, but I have a lot of guys on my team where I'm like, this could be great or this could end up bad. Then I might just go Chase Brown and take what should be a very, very high floor this week. But if I already have a lot of guys that I feel like, hey, I already have a super high floor, I might just take a chance on the ceiling of Rome Odunze, because I feel like Rome Odunze has a higher ceiling this week than Chase Brown, but Chase Brown a much higher floor.
Right. Again, I would assume that these are your flex options. You have really good players in your lineup, but I think I just feel better about Rome in general. I mean, obviously, we know he has a higher ceiling as a receiver, number one receiver there, and I just talked about that Pittsburgh defense not being too scary. So I would lean Rome. There's nothing wrong with Chase Brown. It's definitely one of the first two, and there's definitely nothing wrong with doing exactly what you said at the end there, like and subscribe, just like Thomas said. Thank you. Let's just get out of the way with. We're just getting started, but just go ahead and click the like button now. That way you don't have to worry about it like weighing on your conscience the whole time. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe too. All right. So Thomas wants to know, should you worry about playing JSN and AJ Barner at the same time?
Well, I don't think you should be worried that you're playing both Seahawks this week. But, I mean, obviously, look, JSN against the Titans should continue to be awesome. You're never going to feel good having AJ Barner in your lineup. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, like, if you go out to the waiver wire and pick up, let's say, Mike Gesicki, are you going to feel good about that? Like, it is what it is.
Well, these are the other options. And look, it doesn't matter. You have JSN, right? Just don't worry about it. Do you feel better about AJ Barner compared to Mason Taylor, Chig, Brock Wright, Brenton Strange? We don't know if Brenton Strange is playing. You can't play him.
Yeah. Nah, I don't feel better about these guys. Of course not.
No, it's just fine. Just go Barner. And then also Thomas, Chop League, sit one. Judkins, Swift, Javante.
I'm going to sit Judkins here.
Yep. Judkins it is. All right. And then this is a very cute dog. CJAHTX5301. These are all like license plates, these usernames. One receiver, one flex. JMO, Judkins, Rome, Tucker, Hunt, Diggs.
I think you got to go JMO and Rome here. I got to, Diggs though? Oh,
Diggs over JMO? I mean, that's tough. Diggs gets the Bengals.
Yeah, you probably actually. I didn't see Diggs. You probably got to go Rome and Diggs. I think Rome and Diggs. Man, this is tough. You're gonna have some points on your bench, unfortunately. But come on, Diggs gets the Bengals. Rome, great spot against the Steelers this week. I like Jameson too a lot though, but I can't put him over. I don't think I can put him over those guys.
Yeah, it has. I think it's Rome and Diggs. And by the way, Thomas had another one. Is it crazy to consider Booty over Rome? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Rome. I mean, look, if you guys haven't seen the video, it's out, the Boom video. We don't always get it right, of course. Can't get everything right. But I think we've been pretty much on the nose with Rome when he's going to have a good week, when he's going to have a bad week. This is going to be a potential smash spot for Rome. Jay. Standard needs to flex Watson, Yoshi, Tracy, or Tootin, and then needs two running backs from Tucker, Gentry, Wilson, Singletary.
All right, well, I'm going to order the running backs Gentry, Wilson, Tucker, based on if Jacobs plays, then put Tucker in over Wilson. For the standard league, you need a flex here. Oh man. Usually I would say, give me the running back getting 20 touches, but Tracy doesn't get chances to score.
Yeah, which is what keeps Singletary's value afloat. He gets touches too. Because it's standard. I don't mind a guy like Tootin, of course, being a running back, not just he's running back, but he's gotten in the end zone a couple times and he's playing. I think Tootin is probably my first choice, and I don't mind a guy like Watson. He always has touchdown upside and big play, big chunk yardage upside. You know what I mean? I think I would go Watson over Tracy. But Yoshi's tempting too.
Yeah, I think Yoshi in non-PPR is probably last for me here because if it was Burrow, I'd feel better about Yoshi. But Flacco. My issue with Tootin is coming off an injury. Maybe we see less Tootin this week, and then it's like, oh, what have I done? Like Tracy's gonna get the touches. He's gonna rack up yards. It's just he has very little touchdown upside because he doesn't even get the. He doesn't even. It's not that he doesn't get the ball inside the 10. He doesn't even touch grass when he's inside. When they're inside the 10, like he just stands on the sideline. Like literally over the last 3 weeks, he has played 0 snaps inside the 10-yard line. 0. But Watson, it's not a great spot for Watson. And if he doesn't score, like, is he going to get you the yardage? Yeah, it's either Watson or Tracy. I don't know. Tracy probably gives you a higher floor. Watson, better chance to score.
All right. Jay's like, you did not help me at all.
I know. But this is the problem with like non-PPR. It's like,
yeah, they just
buddy of mine,
right?
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine that's still in a touchdown only league, and it's like, like who do I play? I'm like, well, this guy probably has the best chance to score, but then what happens is somebody else scores and not that guy. It's like, you know what I mean?
It's funny because like we're still doing 2025. We're still doing touchdown only leagues because I remember my very first fantasy league ever was touchdown only because we didn't know any better because you couldn't get your stats until the newspaper came out on Monday because the internet did not exist. Yes, old. That's why we played touchdown only leagues because that's the only way we keep score. It's like, why are you doing it now? But anyways, it's fine.
I remember the first year he was started asking me for help with his league. He's like, who should I start? This guy. I'm like, oh, this guy and this guy. And like I'm like, how'd you do? He's like, terrible. Lost again. I'm like, how do you keep losing? And then finally, I'm like, let me see your team. And like, I'm looking at the projections, and I'm like, what are these projections? It's like 4, 6. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are these projections? I'm like, what kind of league is this? He's like, oh, we only get points for touchdowns.
Well,
like, well, I've been giving you advice as if like I'm factoring in like how many catches is he gonna have? You know what I mean? It's like none of that even matters. None of that even matters.
Doesn't matter. Start Kareem Hunt every week.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt league winner,
a monster. Kalen Sneed says he needs help more than ever.
All right,
Pittman or Devontae. This is half PPR.
I mean, we're talking about 2 wide receivers, so I don't think I'm going Devonta. This is the Devonta Smith week. This is Dallas plays a ton of zone. He's better versus zone. AJ Brown's the guy you want versus man. Devonta Smith's the guy you want versus zone. Michael Pittman is not a good matchup for Michael Pittman this week against the Chiefs. I'm going Smith.
No, exactly. That's the thing too. I think I put every Colts receiver just a flex. Not great. Not a great spot. He's probably going to see a fair amount of Trent McDuffie. Just not going to be probably a high scoring game. I don't feel great about the Colts receivers. And also a defense question. Pack or Pats? Patriots get Joe Flacco. I think though Green Bay, they are a pretty good spot against JJ McCarthy, and they're at home. I think you got to go Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers.
Zachary Mudd, who to flex? Mooney, Worthy, or Singletary? Assuming it's PPR.
Yeah, I didn't put Mooney on the. I know I put like Singletary on the sneaky starts because of his touchdown potential. Because again, when you're the only running back playing inside the 10-yard line, you always have a chance to score. And if you go back and you look at that game, what was it, week 8 against the Dolphins when London was out and Cousins played, Mooney only had like 1 catch for 11 yards in that game. He like Kadarrell Hodge had more targets. I think Casey Washington had more targets. I think Casey Washington's on IR, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, the point is like, why? Remember. Yes, I remember. That was the week because London was ruled out. Like we weren't sure if London was going to play, and then I think on like Saturday they said finally he's not playing. So then Sunday everybody was like, "You got to play Mooney. You got to play Mooney. You got to play Mooney," and he did nothing.
0.
But I think out of this group, you got to take a chance on Mooney again, right?
Yes. All that to say, It's true. Worthy's also on the injury report, but what has he done? He's done nothing. At least take a chance on some upside for Moody. Rusty, would you trade CMC? He still has a buy for Chase and Kyron. I feel like he asked this, but it was different, right? I feel like it was CMC and someone else for Chase and Kyron. But anyways,
I mean, look, Chase and Kyron is probably enough to give up CMC.
It's fair.
I mean, I don't really care that CMC has a week 14 bye, especially when I'm 8-3, because it's like, am I going to need to win week 14? Probably not. But I mean, you're getting Jamar Chase and Kyron. I think this is one of the few deals where I'm like, fine, I will trade away CMC.
It's, I mean, I don't love that you trade CMC, then next week you'll have Achane. And then, like, are you going to have Hampton? Are you going to have Benson? I mean, you could do Judkins, and I guess he's okay. You know, I don't love Judkins these days, but you have Kyron, so that makes up for it. Like, that's fine, right? Achane and Kyron should be solid. Just your depth is a little sketchy, but you're going to be stacked at receiver. So let's just do it. Thank you again, Molly Wop. We're just going to keep putting this up. Thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe as well. And then let's do real quick Jeff Rogers. If Jacobs is out, are you going on Emmanuel Wilson over Bam Knight? I would think so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Alex Sanchez. And Josh Allen and Nico did me dirty. Yeah, they did. All right. 2-2 and a flex. Hendo, Rice, Genty, Judkins, Igbuka, Rome, T-Mac, Pearsall, Jennings. Needs a big game from Lamar. I think you're okay there.
Oh, that's right. Because I remember he's in the super flex and he has Allen and Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm going Rico Henderson at running back, Igbuka Rome at wide receiver. I'm going to flex Tet.
There you go. All right. Good luck. And then Bert is in the house. Bert Bigsby. Trade C-Rod and Pearsall for Ladd.
Yeah, just give me Ladd here. Give me Ladd.
Yeah.
This is a good 2-for-1 deal right here.
Yeah, I remember Rodriguez should honestly be a guy that's starting in fantasy leagues during playoff time. So it's basically which receiver do you like? I don't see how you can't take Ladd. I do like getting Pearsall cheap, but got to go Ladd over Pearsall. Gimme Goblin 404 error. Sure enough, I see it. Flex 2, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Roma Dunze in half.
Well, I think you definitely have to go Odunze here. I think you got to go Kenneth Walker next. This is not a good spot for Aaron Jones against the Packers.
Yep. So it's Walker, Odunze, and then we got Pedro Nevarez in a 10-teamers 4-7. Definitely need to win here. Hurts, Gibbs, Chase, Brown, JSN, Higgins, Henry, Judkins need a flex between Emmanuel Wilson, Bam Knight, or Zay Flowers.
Yeah, it's PPR. I'm going Zay Flowers here. I know he hasn't been great, but most weeks he at least gives you a floor in PPR. And against the Jets, I got to take a chance on Zay Flowers.
Yeah, you need some upside. All right, and then traded Achane Waddle for Gibbs, QJ, and Hunter. I'm hoping that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm hoping that was a long time ago, or it's Dynasty.
Yeah. You got Gibbs. I mean, so it's not a bad deal. Okay, let's got to help the guillotine owners here. So if you're in one of these leagues, you have the dilemma of CeeDee Lamb or Rashee Rice.
I might just play it safe with Rashee Rice against the Colts. I mean, he should feast. Should feast against the Colts. The thing is with Lamb, like, okay, yes, in week 1, the game plan for the Eagles defense was shadow George Pickens with Quinyon Mitchell and then just, kind of
let CeeDee Lamb do whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Let CeeDee Lamb do whatever he wants. But that doesn't mean that's what they're going to do this week. Maybe they're like, hey, like that's what Dallas is going to expect. So let's change it up this time. So there is just risk that what if this week they put Quinyon Mitchell on CeeDee Lamb, and then you're like, oh crap. I have no worries about Rashee Rice this week. Should be fine.
Yeah, that's why I would go Rice here. Power EP7 is Edgar Padilla. Good to know. All right, now I know Edgar's back.
All right, what's up, Edgar?
Standard. Can roster 6 running backs have CMC, Kyron Tootin, Harvey Manungai, pick up B-Rob or Corum? So basically, which stash do you stash? Look, I did the stash list, right? You've probably seen it came out. But even besides that, I know you have CMC and Kyron both. So these are both your handcuffs. B-Rob has to be the number one handcuff for anybody, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I think Corum's got to be right up there too in that range. I would drop Manungai and pick up B-Rob and Corum.
Because, again, why would you ever need Manungai? Oh, what if CMC gets hurt? I have Brian Robinson. What if Kyron gets hurt, right? And Harvey, it might be very startable the rest of the season. So, yep, drop Manungai, pick up both. Juice. Dak or Bryce?
Oh, my goodness.
How low? Like, we're very nervous about Dak, but how can you ever feel good about Bryce Young?
Yeah, I can't put Bryce Young over Dak. Even in a great matchup against the 49ers, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I don't think I could either. So there you go. Andrea wants to know T-Mac or Odunze.
I'm probably still going to go Odunze here.
Yeah.
But I do really like T-Mac this week.
Agree. He's in a good spot. I feel better about Odunze. How about this? Another guy I know you like. What about Devonta Smith or Odunze?
No, here I will go Odunze. I mean, I like Devonta Smith, but there's always the risk that they just don't throw it that much.
Yeah, I'm just going Rome regardless. All right, legend again. Start 2 running backs: Williams, Wilson, Swift. I think we already did this one, right? Or maybe it's different.
Yeah, I don't remember. Because I don't remember this. Because if Jacobs is out, I would play Wilson over Swift. Now, if Jacobs plays, then I'll play Swift over Wilson.
Yeah. So let's say the first 2, unless Jacobs returns. All right. And then we have sold by Etio. If Jacob sits, Emmanuel Wilson over Tootin, yes.
Yes, definitely.
Tyjae Spears, that would be a no.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's Emmanuel Wilson. Now, if Jacobs plays, I assume, you have to pivot to Tootin then, right? You wouldn't start Emmanuel Wilson even if he gets some touches.
You can't. I mean, look, there's a chance that Jacobs plays a series or 2 and is like, yeah, that doesn't feel good. And then Emmanuel Wilson ends up having a great game, but you can't risk the fact that Jacobs plays the whole game and Emmanuel Wilson does nothing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there you go. And then we have the DJBK24, Tucker or Emmanuel Wilson.
Again, if Jacobs doesn't play, I'll say Emmanuel Wilson.
And then we need 3 of these receivers: Lamb, AJB, Higgins, Pittman, Godwin. It's definitely not Godwin.
I'm just going to go the first 3 here. I will say AJB and Pittman is close, but man, Pittman, Trent McDuffie, the Chiefs on the road. At least AJ Brown, even though he's not as good against zone, at least it is still the Cowboys. And even last week, they gave up a lot through the air to Brock Bowers and Trey Tucker. It wasn't like they shut those guys down. So I'm going to go the first 3.
Yeah, the first 3 as well. And then Brissett or Purdy?
Purdy. I like Purdy a lot this week.
All right, there you go. Good luck. Eddie, GMF. Who to drop? Got Ramondre coming off the IR. So here's the squad. Well, I don't know if you started Dalton Schultz. If you didn't, then hopefully you can drop him. I don't know if you'd be allowed to. Probably not, right?
Yeah, I mean, at this, obviously, if you can put Juwan Johnson in over Schultz, do it. Who to drop? Yeah, you could drop him, but
you're not like crazy deep at receiver, but come on, DJ Moore has felt droppable for a while.
Yeah, I can drop DJ Moore, honestly.
All right. And then we got Cerulean Dog. What is up? He said, "You guys will love this. I had to trade for a kicker because mine is out due to league setting. What league setting forces you to trade for a kicker? And if so, why are you still in that league?"
Exactly. Like I need to hear about this league setting where you're like, you can't just pick up a kicker. Like every kicker is rostered, but if every kicker is rostered, why don't you have a kicker? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like you're not allowed to pick up kickers off waivers.
Kickers, as it says, like subsection 28B, kickers may only be acquired via trade.
Yeah, it's like you either draft a kicker or you don't have one. No kickers on waivers.
Well, then
weird.
Then just don't have one next time. All right, no, just kidding. We do love that. Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Good afternoon. Flacco or T-Law?
I probably have to say Eli. After the Flacco we saw last week, he didn't even take a bunch. He didn't even take much first team reps this week because they were like prepping Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Well, that's true too. How good can that make you feel? But I think it's the Patriots defense. It is a bad matchup. Trevor Lawrence, at least, I mean, he's not been great, but at least he runs in 1 yard touchdowns for some reason.
Yeah, gonna go T-Law.
Falcons fans, DJ Moore or Greg Dortch?
I can't be this low on DJ Moore. Let's go DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I stand by what I said. DJ Moore is definitely droppable, but I don't know that Greg Dortch has been addable ever. I mean, okay, he did something last week. He did, but what about me, Saab, 1, 2, 3, Dak or Caleb?
Caleb.
Higgins or Brees in half.
Yeah, I don't love Brees this week. I know he gets the touches, but I just don't. I'll take. I mean, I know I am worried. I am worried about Christian Gonzalez potentially shadowing T. Higgins, but I mean, he should get so many targets this week. I gotta go T.
Right, despite the tough matchup. Again, I think if Chase was playing, that might change things, but with Chase out, you got to go for the target share. And Jerry wants to know, what about Wilson over Zay?
Michael Wilson? Yeah, I mean, this should be a big Zay Flowers week, but it might not be. I probably just take a chance on Michael Wilson, sadly.
Yeah. All right, Thomas, another one, 2 flexes. Well, a trade. Manungai and Booty for Diggs.
I definitely want Diggs.
Yeah.
I strongly want Diggs here.
Yeah, if you can flip those 2 bench guys to get Diggs, do it. Absolutely. Jay now. Gesicki or Fant?
I think you got to prefer Gesicki. He was the guy here before he got hurt, and that's what made Fant relevant.
Right. There is still going to be, to some extent, division of snaps here. There was early in the season too. Some Gesicki, some Fant, some Drew Sample just to block, and they use what's his name, Hudson, some Tanner Hudson. Like they use multiple tight ends, right? So Gesicki isn't like out there all the time, but he's the preferred red zone target. He's more the receiving tight end. Andrew Oliver in a 10-team keeper league, 6 and 5, needs a tight end, has Theo and Loveland, got offered Kittle and a 7th for BTJ. Remember, this is a keeper, not a dynasty. That's a 10-team league. 7th round pick next year when the league where you keep 6. So that's not like
I think I'm okay with this.
I mean, I don't think that pick is super valuable. It's just a pick. But so it's almost, you got to look at which player do you prefer, Kittle or BTJ. And I'm not convinced it's BTJ. If you need a tight end, I think I would do this too.
Yeah, I'm not going to, the thing is in a keeper league, Dynasty's different, right? Because in Dynasty, it's like, you know you're stuck with Kittle and you don't have BTJ anymore. But you're only keeping 6 here. I mean, I don't know what your team looks like, but there's no guarantee BTJ is even going to be a keeper.
Right.
Like in a keeper league, I'm playing to win. I'm under the tiebreaker for me is play to win right now. Play to win right now. Like Dynasty, you have to certainly you can do that, but you have to accept the ramifications that like if you like in Dynasty, if you trade away BTJ for Kittle to try to win a championship this year, you might regret this for the next 5 years. But in a keeper league, I'm playing to win right now. Just play to win right now. Figure out the keepers next year.
Yeah, and Kittle coming on, so it's a good time to get him. And like you said, if you have 6, it's a 10-teamer, so it's not super deep. You probably have 6 players who are better than BTJ.
Right.
So, yeah, do it. Robert Gano needs 3. Warren Judkins, Tracy Pearsall, who sits here.
Oh, I think I have to sit Pearsall. Let me see first. I can't risk it.
Yeah, this week, exactly. Just can't feel too good about his potential target share yet. All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, so this is Stealthy Racer. Rough start with Josh Allen. All right, let's see what the rest of the lineup is. JT, Monty, Wilson, Warren, Sharps, Aaron Jones.
I mean, it's fine. I'm a little nervous about Charbonnet and Aaron Jones this week. Wait, what is this? Why so many running backs? What are we doing here?
It says full PPR. Let me see if there's something missing here.
Yeah, but how's the line? And then all I see is a bunch of running backs. What's going on here?
Yeah, we shouldn't be starting guys like that anyways. I don't see another one in the immediate vicinity. All right, well, I mean, hopefully there's more to this. Let's see if there's something more to this. We'll come back to this. All right, let's do Cassie, 420, non-PPR. Hurts, Henry, Kyron Judkins, flexing because it's standard. T-Puka, bench, Emmanuel Wilson. I mean, we could put Emmanuel Wilson over Judkins, assuming Jacobs doesn't play, right?
Yep. Tet and Rome on the bench?
Rome?
Don't like you got T and Puka. I mean, look, I would flex Rome over Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson. I'd flex Tet over Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson. Oh, wait, this is not – oh, hold on. It's non-PPR.
Non-PPR, that's the only thing.
Scratch that. Okay, then, yeah, I will say Emmanuel Wilson over Judkins if Jacobs is out. Otherwise, I do probably just leave Judkins in there.
Yeah, for me, it's like T. Higgins versus Rome. I think I'm going to put Rome over T. Higgins at receiver. And then flex Wilson. Again, assuming Jacobs doesn't play. All right, let's get to Cade's code. Taysom Hill or Theo Johnson.
I still got to go Theo Johnson here, even though I don't like the fact that it's Jameis Winston. I mean, Taysom Hill, you're just, I mean, I guess you're banking on touchdowns with Theo too. So I don't know. At least Theo's out there running routes and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go Theo Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the Taysom week. It'll happen eventually, but don't think it's the Taysom week. Let's see. Let's do a couple more here before we get to the next super chat. This is not Dallas. 3084. Daniel Jones, Jordan Love.
I think, oh man, this one's tough because, like, what's the upside with Jordan Love right now? Daniel Jones in such a tough spot. Yeah, he runs a little. I don't know. I think I still give the edge to Daniel Jones. At least they throw. They're probably going to have to throw a lot in this game. He runs. Jordan Love, it's just like, what is he giving you? What is he giving you?
Not much. Not much. Exactly. And I don't think there's enough upside there. All right, what about Jen Gillespie? Won last week. Awesome. Let's keep it going. Who for the second receiver? Devonta Smith or Zay Flowers?
I'm going to go Devonta Smith.
It's close. Those are both good options. Yeah, Zay Flowers, again, it's like should have a big week. It's never guaranteed. MJ Vape Shot. All right. Goff or Brissett?
Goff this week. Definitely Goff. Great spot for Goff at home.
Bounce back. Christian Pedroso. Start Sean Tucker, Pearsall, or Jacoby Myers at the flex.
I'm just going to go Sean Tucker here. Give me Sean Tucker with Bucky out.
Yeah. Again, Pearsall just feels unstartable. I mean, he did nothing. It's going to take time. Eventually, he'll be playable. Okay, so this says music drama, but this is, I know, Miranda. Welcome back. Flacco or Caleb in a 6-point TD league?
Caleb.
And then sell Bucky if possible. I mean, sure, I would.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you going to get for Bucky right now? Like, if you can still get something really good for Bucky, do it. But, I mean, I'm not going to trade away Bucky just to trade him away because, like, your league, I hope your league isn't idiots. They know what's going on with Bucky. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, they know he's not playing this week, but I feel like it's getting closer. Like, he's on the, like, he'll be back next week. Like, this is it. Like, I feel like there's more, at least some optimism now. So I think he'll have some value. Now, what you're going to get for him, that depends. I would say. Need wide receiver help. Pick Ted Jennings, BTJ, Evans. Well, the only one you can really play there is Ted or Jennings. So Ted.
Yeah, I'm going Ted over Jennings.
McLaurin, we're stashing.
Yeah, what if he comes back next week? I think he's worth stashing, definitely.
All right, Jason Burris. Assuming Kyron Williams, not Kyle Williams. Kyron or George Pickens.
Yeah, I think I just go Kyron this week. It's a good spot for Kyron. Again, what if Pickens does draw the Quinion Mitchell shadow again?
True. Santiago wants to know Dak or Dimes.
Man, this is another tough one. I think here I'm going to give the edge to Dak at home. I mean, they're both facing tough defenses, but Daniel Jones on the road. Dak at home. Dak's got CD and Pickens. I'm going to give the slight edge to Dak here.
I don't know. I'm worried about both, obviously, but I might default to like, well, at least Jones could run in a touchdown.
True.
It's probably not gonna make a big difference. I might use that as a tiebreaker though. And then we got Big Homie. What's up? 4, 5, 2, 3. It's not to be confused with the other big homies. Full PPR pick lineup: Purdy, Chase Brown, Gun, Hendy, Tuden, J-Mo, AJ Brown, Buka, Rice, Warren, Zay. And then defense question: Saints, Jags, or Falcons? What Saints and Falcons play each other? Jags. The Jags are at home, aren't they?
Yeah, against Cardinals.
No, they're on the road against the Cardinals. Okay. Yeah, probably.
I kind of feel like I want to play Saints against Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd probably go to the Saints because the funny thing is I mentioned this, I remember, again, not that I'm a Tyler Shook stan or anything, but he hasn't turned the ball over the last couple of games. Like he's, pretty good with ball security. Brissett has been good with ball security, so let's go with the Saints defense. What about the rest here? It says pick lineup, but don't know how many.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know who Guns is. I would say Chase Brown, Henderson at running back would be my top 2. Igbuka Rice would be my top 2 at wide receiver. I assume that's Tyler Warren at tight end. That's fine. I'm going to flex Jameson here, assuming you just need one flex.
Yeah. All right, there you go, big homie. This is Mike Altawheel. Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson?
If Jacobs is out, I'll go Emmanuel Wilson. Otherwise, Judkins.
And then we got Chris Moraga in half. Running back and tight end, Kamara or Sean Tucker?
I still got to go Kamara here. Good matchup for Kamara this week.
Yeah. Again, don't go crazy with Tucker. And look, I know that's the weird thing. Kamara has felt pretty he's been pretty unstartable the last couple of weeks with this for reasons that you should know because you all watched the video, I assume. The Boom video should know why Kamara could have a good game. Fergie or Juwan?
This one's close because I do like Juwan this week. Ferg's always got a chance to score. I don't know. I don't think I could bench Ferguson for Juwan. I'm going to go Ferguson.
It's fine. That one's pretty close. And then we got Brandon Ahmed. Start 3. Pittman, Ricky Beersall, Booty, Yoshi, Pierce, Gainwell. I think Gainwell has to be scratched off now that Warren's good.
Yeah, we need 3 of these. I think Pittman is my number 1. I think Pierce is my number 2, and I'll go Yoshi 3.
All right. Yeah, no argument there. Let's see. See that the Thanksgiving side conversation has begun. Debating, we're ranking sides. Let's save that for the end. Let's do the football first. Oh, well, this makes a difference. Big homie, Guns is Gibbs.
What?
That's
Well, that definitely changes things. Let's go back because obviously you're starting Gibbs. All right, so we're going to go Chase Brown, or we're going to go Henderson, Gibbs, Igbuka Rice, and I'll flex again. Chase Brown, Jameson is close, but Chase Brown's so safe. I'll probably just go Chase Brown.
Yeah, in that case, go Chase Brown. All right. Yeah, I was like, Guns. I was trying to figure it out, but sometimes the autocorrect rules all. Okay, so this is Juan Pablo. Pick 3 of 6. We got Pierce, Pearsall, Tez, Yoshi, or Godwin. 5.
I'm going to go Pierce, Yoshi. I'll probably just go Pearsall here and hope for the best. It is a good matchup for Pearsall and the 49ers. So, I mean, Tez, Godwin.
Well, that's the thing. It's Godwin. You don't want to start him. But now that Godwin's back, it does have to affect Tez to some extent. And Tez wasn't even great last week. So, all right, James Hall. Good afternoon. Jalen Warren or Michael Wilson as a flex, leaning Wilson due to the upside. I think I would lean the same way. Jalen Warren was, of course, in a absolute smash spot last week and was good, but didn't wind up getting hurt. This is it's not a smash spot for him.
Well, it's not a bad spot. The Bears are down their top 3 starting linebackers, so it's not a terrible spot for Jalen Warren. But that said, probably got to take a chance on Michael Wilson here. I think Warren is safer. Warren gives you a higher floor.
Right. That's my problem with Jalen Warren. He's always just safe. It's like, come on. It's not exciting enough. Mike Montalva, new member, but not new. Thank you. Appreciate that, Mike. All right. Actually, again, Juan Pablo ranked these players. Is there anything different here? I see Watson.
Well, I could put Watson over Pearsall Tez. I would have the first 3.
All right. So wondering because the first comment it said ranked these 3 of these 6, and I only counted 5. So this makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's the first three.
What's up, Harv? Harv Dangers in the house. Picked up Juwan Johnson or Otten.
I'm gonna go Johnson, especially if Godwin plays this week. Then it's like that really hurts Otten.
Yeah, exactly. Otten also wasn't great last week. All right, another from Big Homie. Gainwell or Tootin?
I think with Warren playing, you got to go. Well, I can't say you got to go Tootin. I mean, it's still a good spot for Kenneth Gainwell here.
Yeah, I mean the matchup, but again, he would have to do something as a receiver. That's what he does, right? He's a receiver. Are they going to throw the ball to him that much? I don't know. We still actually don't even know if it's going to be Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph. I don't even know if it matters. I honestly am just going to go Tootin and not worry about it.
Yeah, I mean they're both risky, so that's fine.
Carlos Z, what is up? Half needs 2 running backs, a receiver, and a flex. Genty, K9, Judkins, Hendo, Wilson, Dobbs, Tet. Happy early Thanksgiving.
I'm going to go Hendo, Genty at running back. Tet, wide receiver.
And the flex in half. Could go Wilson, could go K9, could go.
Man, I wish. Why did K9 randomly show up with a glute injury on Friday?
He's gonna play.
I know he's gonna play, but now I'm worried that it's gonna be like we're gonna see a bunch of Charbonnet again because it's like, oh, he's not 100%. Because it's half PPR, probably would have. I don't know. I might still go K9. It is a good spot for him. Why can't we just feel good? Why can't we just feel good about K9? Why?
It would make things way too easy.
Yeah, I'll probably still take a chance on him, though. It is a good spot for him.
All right. And then let's see. It's Juice. Pick a flex. Watson, Tez, Mac Hollins, or Greg Dortch.
Yeah, I'll just go Watson here. Mac Hollins, that was fun for the 2 weeks. I mean, it wasn't even really that fun, right? Like, what did he do last week?
It was not fun for me.
Give me Watson. Give me Watson.
Let's go to Billy Joe. Sean Tucker or K9? I'm going to be stubborn and say K9. Stubborn on both accounts because I've always liked K9. Again, I know it's been so disappointing this year, right? You get that. But there's hope now. There's hope. And I'm stubborn that I still don't believe Sean Tucker is a good running back.
Yeah, no, I don't believe Sean Tucker is a good running back either, but Bucky's out. I just, again, like, why? Why did this have to happen? Like, if it would have been like Wednesday, and then he was like full practice Thursday, full practice Friday, but fine. But really, Friday, it happens Friday. So now it's like, is he even 100%? It's like, this is so annoying. I don't know. My gut is kind of feeling like Sean Tucker.
All right. Well, Billy Joe, let's just flip a coin on this one. Eddie Jr. trade away Bucky for Jalen Warren and Michael Pittman.
I think I can do that. If you don't want to deal with the Bucky headache anymore, I think that's fair. You're getting a solid running back and a solid wide receiver.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's enough. It's not like overwhelming, like a player I love, but it's good enough. Warren is startable, more like a flex. Pittman, you could still consider him, even though we don't like him this week, you could still consider him at least a high-end wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2 in the lower end. Michael Cazares wants to know flex Booty or Yoshi?
Yoshi.
Cool. And then we got, make sure these aren't. Thank you, Molly. I'm not going to put that up, but thank you. All right. Let's get to Roberto Lopez. Standard, Stafford or Jackson?
Not benching Lamar.
No. Against the Jets? No. I mean, we do like Stafford a lot this week, but not over Lamar. Needs two: Odunze Rice, Igbuka McMillan, and Emmanuel Wilson. Only two of them.
I think I got to go. I definitely have to go Rice. I mean, we said Odunze boom, so we probably have to go Odunze over Igbuka, right?
Yep. In too deep. No, but look, we picked him for a reason. We picked him because we like him. He's a great spot. So I'm gonna go Odunze and Rice. Let's get to Javier. Fiber seal. Off to a bad start. I mean, look, he wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not like he was your RB1, but yeah, I get it. You want more. I have Myers in a wide receiver 2. Should I play Yoshi over Myers? Or I can also pick up Mooney.
I don't know.
But it's this weird quarter PPR.
Yeah, I might just take a chance on Yoshi here.
Like more touchdown upside than the other two?
Yeah.
I think if it was full PPR, I would just go Mooney because the presumed target volume. But this closer to a non-PPR league, yeah, I would go Yoshi. All right, and then we got Jedi Koth and half PPR, JMO Jefferson or Wilson. Crazy times.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
Sit Jefferson for JMO.
Can I though? I don't.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I probably couldn't, but man, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to it.
Yes. Yes. Might happen after this week. All right. That is Rick. I was going to say these usernames, but I know that's Esteban. Carlos got the interesting picture there. Superflex. Caleb Purdy, Flacco, Dart, Burrow. I think that he's the one. He can start like 3 quarterbacks or something. I don't. Bowers or Genty upside over any of the QBs?
Probably. I mean, well, you can't start Dart or Burrow, but I mean, if you're starting Caleb and Purdy, no, they're good. They're more than good enough.
I want to ask now because I feel like I remember like it's like super flex, like a weird kind of super flex where it's like 2 QB, but they can also super flex another quarterback.
There's no way this can be a 3 QB league.
No, but I think it's like it's like 2 QB and super flex put together.
That doesn't even make sense because
I swear I'm not making this up.
He's got 5 QBs. There's only 32 QBs.
Well,
now I get that he has somebody probably has Jameis, but he's got Flacco and Burrow. Okay, so that's like 1 QB. But still, it's like that means there's got to be people in your league who only have 1 QB.
And they flex somebody else.
and are in last place.
Yeah. All right. Well, so okay. Caleb and Purdy, what about Flacco? Could you go Bowers or Genty over Flacco?
I probably could over Flacco.
Okay. Which one?
I mean, I think I still have to go the workhorse running back with Genty.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Yeah, let's clarify here. So I know it's something weird like that.
Yeah, you gotta clarify your league settings for us next time.
Santiago, dynasty question: win now or never mode? Yeah, can make the following trades. It's a late first for Derrick Henry and a late second, mid third, plus Walker for Olave.
I think I can pretty comfortably do that Olave deal. Because in Dynasty, I would prefer Olave to Kenneth Walker, and it's a late second and a third. That's like, whatever. Look, if you really think I have a league where like the second to last place team has Derrick Henry, and I have just an absolute juggernaut. I'm sitting at 11-0. I'm like the highest scoring team by like 300 points. The only issue is if Burrow comes back, I need a QB2. I'm debating sending a first for Henry, but then I'm like, but maybe I need to save that first for a QB. So look, if Derrick Henry is going to give you a potential championship winning RB2 and you can go win a championship this year, look, how many times do you have a chance to win a championship? Like, right. Really? There's so much that goes into winning a championship that is out of your control, like injuries, busts, things like that, right? Like, I mean, how many teams went into this year with like, you know, BTJ, Malik Neighbors, you know, guys like that, and just thought like, I am just about to roll my fantasy league, and instead they've gotten rolled this year, right? They've just gotten cooked. Mm-hmm. They're cooked. So you have a chance to win a championship, go win a championship. Like, and look, you say like, well, it's a first, but how many first round picks this year? And think about the Dynasty rookie draft. Like, how many first round picks are you actually feeling like great about right now? Like, exactly. You're not feeling great about Hampton. You're not feeling great about Genty. I mean, you're feeling okay about Genty. You're not feeling great about Cam Ward. I mean, maybe you're feeling okay about Tet. Like, you're not feeling really great about any of the other wide receivers, running backs, right? Like, so go win a championship, man. Go win a championship.
Yeah, I was putting up, he showed the rest of his team. With that core, you should win a championship this year. So do it. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do both those deals.
Do both of them. Go win a championship.
And I feel always people overvalue picks in Dynasty.
Exactly. And like you go out and you pick these rookies and then they hardly produce for you.
The idea of having picks is like, oh, I have this possession, this asset, so valuable. The whole point of the pick is that it's supposed to become a good player. So if I can just get the good player instead of the pick, I think I'll just take the good player, not the maybe I get a good player.
Anyways. Exactly.
James Kesnick, Emmanuel Wilson, or was it Javonte Williams?
I assume Javonte. Look, I know Javante's not a great matchup this week, but we know Javante's the guy. He's been good this year. I'm still playing Javonte here.
Yeah, I think so. Start three: Pickens, McMillan, Diggs, Higgins, Pierce. So, you know, Pierce is not part of the equation here. The question is, can you sit Pickens with this group? I think I can.
Yeah, I might sit Pickens because what if he gets the Quinion shadow? You got Diggs, T, and Ted. I think I can sit Pickens here.
All right, so we're on Williams, McMillan, Diggs, Higgins. And then we have Christopher Larice. Thank you, Christopher. Needs to win to keep first place. Got Purdy, Caleb, and T-Law and a Superflex league. So which two?
Purdy and Caleb.
And then JT Henry, very nice. Williams and Hendo. Wow. So we need two of those running backs and then a flex in the guy.
Well, this is annoying because it's like you have these like great running backs, but then you have to start Michael Wilson and AJ Brown at wide receiver. You got to go JT. You got to go Henry. I'm going to go Henderson this week at the flex.
Yep. I think the quality of your running backs might make up for the wide receivers. That's pretty good. So you're good. All right. And then we have, I don't know about that. Let's see. This is, am I right? Is this Chris KD? I think it is.
Yes, it is. Chris KD, what's up?
Christopher. Needs two running backs. Kamara Hunt, Tracy Knight. Happy.
I'm just going to go Kamara and Hunt. I mean, look, with Pacheco out, Hunt has been solid. At home against the Colts, he'll probably score again.
Yeah, this running back room is a little dusty, a little crusty, but it's not the worst. In half needs a wide receiver 3 and a flex. Pierce, Tracy, Kamara, Singletary, Godwin, Wandale. So one receiver, one flex.
I'll just take a chance on Alec Pierce. I don't love Alec Pierce this week, but at least he brings upside, unlike Wandale. And then I'm going to flex Kamara.
There you go. And there you go, Chris, KD, Blue. What's up, Blue? How you been doing? Service announcement. Yes, we're basically halfway through our stream for today, so this is a good time to stop and just reflect on whether you've subscribed or not. If you haven't, think about why. Help us out. Come on. We're going to get to 100K. Trying to get there this year. Let's do it. Click the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It takes 1 second. And click the like button. That also, likewise, is free. Also, this is a good time for me to remind you, we're getting ready for week 12 and setting your lineups. Don't forget to get your picks in on Underdog. We always talk about some of the picks we like. And if you haven't tried it yet, well, this is a good time. Sign up for the very first time on Underdog. You get a free pick, right? This is the gimme. Kyron just getting a yard. Take the higher on that for Kyron Williams on Sunday night. You get this free pick if you sign up for the very first time on Underdog as a new customer and you use code ENDGAME, because when you do sign up and use code ENDGAME, you get the free pick, you get bonus cash in your account. As much as $1,000 extra put into your account just for signing up as a new customer, because they'll match half of your first deposit. And then more bonus cash, because as soon as you play $5 towards your picks, you can use your free pick, use the gimmies they give you. It's not just the ones we tell you. They always have promotions and profit boosts and extra ways to win money. But again, you try it out, you sign up for the first time, play $5 towards your first picks, you get another $100 in bonus funds. That's going to go straight to your account, and you can use that to make more picks and win more money. That's how it works. So try it out. Also, try out Draftline. It is our app. It is free to download. It is available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. And you can also use code ENDGAME here to get 10 free points to ask your questions. And so, look, just in the time we've been on, got some more questions. All right, but we have to do Ace Chicken because they're first. Let's do this one. Needs a receiver and a flex. JMO, Chase Brown, Roma Dunze, Emmanuel Wilson, or Michael Wilson.
I think it's got to be. I mean, I hate benching Jameson this week, but I think you got to go Rome and Chase Brown.
Yep. We picked Rome to boom based on matchup. And Brown has a very high floor as a pass catcher this week. But that one's close, though. Right? Emmanuel Wilson is in a decent spot, but he's still got like Chase Brown. Let's do one more here. We've got time stuck on who to start and sit. All right. So again, if you're on Yahoo or Sleeper and you do use Draftline, you can sync up and we can see your lineup. We can see your waivers if you ask a waiver question. We can see your whole league if you ask a trade question. So very cool. I got Baker, got Pickens and JMO, Gibbs, Brown, Johnson, Travion. Buka's on the bench. Wow. That's pretty much it. Nobody else you can start on the bench.
I would put Ibuka in over Pickens. Just
yeah.
But can I put Jameson over Pickens?
I mean, I know it's tough, right? Pickens just came up a monster game, even with CD there, but the matchup has to matter, right? I mean, it was the Raiders, and now it's the Eagles. I'm going to go with JMO. JMO has been good the last 2 weeks since Dan Campbell took over. JMO's been involved, and JMO gets a good matchup this week, too, at least good enough. I'm going to sit Pickens.
All right, that one is close.
And then I guess the question is, I mean, we'll have Henderson, but like Chase Brown, like would you flex Pickens over Chase Brown? I don't think I would do that either.
No.
All right. Tough call, but let's put Ibuka over Pickens. That Philly D is no joke. Look, the way I look at it is if the Texans can shut down Josh Allen, I'm sure the Eagles can shut down George Pickens. All right, Santiago with the last one. Ottenbarner, Strange, Gasecki.
I mean, we don't even know if Strange is playing. I don't know. I might just take a chance on Barner here with Godwin probably coming back. I'll just take a chance on Barner.
Yeah, Strange, who knows if he's even playing. Like I said, it would have been Otten, but now we got Godwin in the mix, and it's not a great matchup. How about another tight end question? Pitts or Henry? These are probably two of the best streaming options this week. Who is the better option?
I think I give Pitts the slight edge here just because I feel like he'll be more involved in the offense, get more targets. I'm going to chase the targets. This is very, very close, though. Like, Henry probably has, like, the bigger game potential, but he also seems more risky.
True. I feel like he's more risky. I would, you know me, like I would go for it all. I would go for the upside, go for the Henry game, even though it didn't happen last week with the Steelers. See if Henry can do it. Tyler Finch wants to know DK Metcalf or Sean Tucker.
It's a tough one for me. You know, I mean, even with the entire secondary hurt, how good can we really feel? Like, what's the upside for DK Metcalf?
Not a whole lot. I can still think, I even think I put him as a solid pick just because he gets targets, right? And if it's Mason Rudolph, I do feel a little bit better about him, but yeah, this is not a great ceiling. It's not much of a ceiling. Like, but what is Sean Tucker's actual ceiling this week? I don't know.
I mean, it's certainly not as high as last week, but if he gets 15 plus carries,
yeah, maybe I'm just a hater. I guess probably should be Tucker, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say if it's full PPR, maybe I just go DK. But if it's half or non, I'll go Tucker.
All right, there you go. Fair enough. And then we have JLuck85. Brutal week. Wow, you're not lying. Pollard or Burden at the flex?
I'll just take a chance on Burden here. What like Pollard in the Titans offense? Can't do it.
No, can't do that. All right, we have then K7D. Henderson or JMO at the flex?
I got to take a chance on Henderson against the Bengals. Although I do like Jameson this week, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it has to be Henderson. And again, we really like Stafford, but you can't sit Lamar against the Jets. Got to be Lamar.
No.
Joe Gonzalez was offered Tet for Diggs and B-Rob.
I think that's fine. Tet Diggs, I might even prefer Diggs, honestly. And you get B-Rob thrown in for your CMC, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, this is pretty close. Pretty close. All right, and this, I know who this is. This is Arthur Swanson. What's up, Arthur?
Yep.
Does that say cows do tricks?
Interesting. I feel like we're getting an insight into people here. Like, what do you really like, Arthur Swanson?
This is not what I would have expected your handle to be. Not at all.
Like, do you run like a cow circus or something? What's going on here?
What kind of tricks do they do? All right. Well, thank you, Arthur. Just drop in and just say smash the like button and subscribe. Appreciate you. Let's do Pizzeria Scotty. Stevenson, Knight, Singletary, Manungai. in half.
Well, I think I got to give the edge to Knight here just because he's going to be the guy. No Demercado, no Benson. Yeah, Michael Carter will be involved because it's not like he's going to get 80% of the snaps, but he's going to be the guy here. These other guys, are clearly the number twos. I think I got to go Knight.
Yeah, based on that. I agree. Midnight Guy, not too exciting this week. I'm looking at, I think this is Cody. Cody's saying he had put some questions in before the live started, didn't get answered. So I didn't see it. Cody, you just put the question again now. We'll answer it. I see you. Didn't have to do it over and over, but I see you. Legend. Handcuff talk. Got CMC, Henry, Etienne, Manungai. Tuden is unavailable. Should I consider grabbing Hill or Robinson and dropping my bear?
I don't consider Justice Hill a handcuff.
Nah.
So yeah, you should pick up B-Rob. You can drop Manungai.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to have Tuden, but he's not really even a handcuff necessarily. I don't consider him that. If B-Rob is out there, you have to get B-Rob. If you have CMC, you need to do it. All right, and then let's see who's next. It is Mikey P817 got offered T Bucky Judkins for Puka Shakir. Other guy has JT Kamara with no backups.
I don't think so. I don't want to trade away Puka.
He's saying I offered, and I was. I
Wait,
think
you offered? This. I thought it said got offered. I offered. Yeah, I want the Puka Shakir side.
Right. I think okay. The way I interpret it is he's saying, hey, you guy who only has 2 running backs for some reason and no backups.
I read it.
Take my
read
backup
it
running backs.
Offered. Yeah, I read it as got offered. But I want the Puka Shakir side.
Yeah. If you're doing this to get Puka, of course you do it. You're not going to look. I've already said it's a good time to trade Bucky. Have Gibbs, Genty, Harvey, Benson. Yeah, you're fine. Let's do it. Juice, Warren or Wilson?
Well, I think if Jacob's out, I got to go with Wilson. Otherwise, Warren.
Exactly. All right, Baco, aka Feo. 11-0. Hurts, JT, Barkley, Higgins, Pickens, Fergs. On the bench is Lamar. Oh man, Lamar. I think you gotta go Lamar over Hurts this week, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going Lamar against the Jets.
Etienne.
I mean, that's it. Everybody else is Etienne. Who do you got in there? But you got JT Barkley. Yeah, okay. Zay at flex. I don't know. I might go Etienne over Zay. Etienne just feels like he has just such a higher floor.
What I would do, I would probably put Zay over Pickens and then flex Etienne. Sit Pickens.
I know I'm worried about Pickens, but come on, Zay. I can't put Zay Flowers over Pickens, even against the Jets. I can't. I mean, I can't. I know it could be, but come on, Zay Flowers. I can't do that.
Well, it's gonna be your call, Paco. And I love it. He's undefeated, but he's like, I really want to keep that undefeated streak alive. Look, I think you could do it.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, look, I have never in all my fantasy leagues, and I don't even know how many fantasy leagues I've played. Hundreds. I don't even know how many fantasy leagues I've been in over the year. Hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't even know. I've never seen an undefeated team ever. That is hard to do. I mean, I've even seen teams that go into the playoffs undefeated where it's like this team is stacked, and then in the first round, their team wets the bed and they lose.
Yeah.
Like, it is hard to do. So go do it. Go do it if you can.
It's hard to do. Put it that way. Don't hold your breath. Don't get upset if it doesn't happen, if you don't go undefeated. But it doesn't really matter.
I know we're going to get comments from people that have been like, okay, if you're in a league that is actually competitive and people play, and it's not just you and your buddy as the only two people playing by the end of the year, it's hard to do.
It's very hard to do. Yes, it is. All right.
Now, if you're the only one still active in your league, maybe it's not that hard to do.
Well, then it doesn't really mean much, does it? Okay, we got Paul. PPR flex. He downs Mooney, Gainwell, Tootin.
I think you just got to take a chance on Mooney here. It should be Mooney. It should be.
Should be Mooney. Let's hope it is. Hard danger. Allen, why? Because the Texans are that good, I guess. Thursday night is Thursday night. Got Bijan Rico, Odunze Pierce, Juwan Johnson. Anybody on the bench you like better? I think go Watson over Pierce, maybe.
I don't know. I don't really love either of them this week.
No, don't love either. I would take a chance. I'm going to take a chance on one. Be Watson just because he's like the number 1/1A, whatever, with Dobbs in that offense. And if Jacobs is out, maybe they have to pass a little bit more. Otten droppable. Yeah.
Well, I don't know who Wilson that is, but if that's Michael Wilson, I mean, if that's Emmanuel Wilson, I would drop Otten for either Wilson, and you got Juwan Johnson. But I would say if that's Michael Wilson, I'd play him over Pierce and Watson this week.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And I don't see wait, what? He says flex spot. Rico's in the flex spot. Well, who's your other running back? Like we're missing something. All right, let's pick up Wilson and drop Otten, and then you can probably start Wilson over Pierce. Put it that way. All right. We got Chris again. Chris Moraga. Must win week. Pick one QB, one running back. No, sorry, one receiver, two running backs, one flex. May or Jones?
May. Against the Bengals, Drake May.
One receiver. I see Pierce. I see Mooney. I don't see any other receivers.
I'll take a chance on Mooney here. I don't love Pierce this week.
Two running backs. Jacobs, Etienne, Tootin, Manungai.
I'm going to rank them Jacobs, Etienne, Manungai. So if Jacobs is out, I guess I'm playing Etienne, Manungai.
Well, then we need a flex. Man, I really hope, for your sake, I hope Jacobs plays.
Yeah, you need Jacobs this week. I mean, what if Jacobs is out and you're playing Etienne Manungai? I mean, then I have a flex Pierce. I might just flex Pierce anyways, like Tootin. Yeah, I might just flex Pierce no matter what.
Yeah, I think with this group, looks like that's the move. And then actually it was going back to Harbs is Michael Wilson was the one on waivers. So yeah.
Drop Otten, pick up Michael Wilson and start him.
Yep. That's an interesting one. Former Bear, current Bear, former Lion, current Lion. GF 3991, Swift or Monty?
I do like Monty this week. Great matchup against the Giants, but Swift's still the lead backer. I mean, even though Manungai scored last week, which is annoying, Swift still had 21 carries. Like, I can't bench a guy like that. I'm going to go Swift.
Yeah, I look Monty again every week. I feel like he should be better. But even if he's better even as good as Swift. No. I like this. The real Tommy V. Subscribe. 9 out of 10 physicians recommended. And that other, that 10th one, we're going to have him taken care of. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's wrong with that 10th one? What's wrong with that guy?
Don't worry. He's out of the picture now. Mary Jo, how's it going? Ooh, I don't think so. Would you play Watson over AJB this week?
Nah, I don't love Watson this week.
Yeah, it may not be a big AJB week, but still got to put him over Watson. Or could pick up Michael Wilson, Dobbs, or Wandale. Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I still don't think I can go Michael Wilson over. I know, but look, I know the Michael Wilson game doesn't feel super random because it's like, well, Marvin Harrison was out. Marvin Harrison is out again. But how many wide receivers have we seen this year who have that monster week and then do nothing, right? And then do nothing.
Right.
I think I still have to go AJB over Michael Wilson this week.
Especially because you're saying you'd have to drop one of them. Nah, it's not worth it. Vice Key, what's up? Okay, so he's saying even if Jacobs is active and plays, would still be worried about maybe being limited, or and that's a fair question. He could play and get like 10 to 12 carries, or just not be as good. It's possible.
I mean, it's possible, but it's also possible that he's fine. He plays the whole game, does Josh Jacobs thing, and it's Monday morning, and you're asking yourself, what were you thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't, this isn't like Jaylen Warren, where it's like, yeah, okay, fine. I'm not going to regret benching Jaylen. This is Josh Jacobs. Like, I can't imagine he plays. I mean, I can't say that, honestly. There is risk. There is risk that if he plays, he's like, nah, maybe I shouldn't be out here, and he doesn't play, and then you're like regretting it. But it's still Josh Jacobs.
It is Josh Jacobs. What do you think about sitting them both for Michael Wilson? You're just playing Josh Jacobs.
That's what I mean. I can't do it for Michael Wilson. I can't.
Yeah. All right. Then let's see. Joe Coons. Jones or Brissett?
Brissett.
Then we got 2-2 and a flex. This is half. Lamb, Watson, Addison, Pierce, Pearsall, Kyron, Judkins, Tucker.
Oh, man. I mean, you got to start Lamb, of course. I don't know. I might just go Pierce here. And then I'm probably just playing all three running backs because I just don't love any of the wide receivers here. And it's half PPR.
Yeah, I don't love any of them either. That's fine with me. Thomas, by the way, we've a lot from Thomas D253. Got the membership. Says been listening for years. Don't know what took me so long to join. Got this free membership from someone. All right, there you go. I remember someone's been gifting the memberships, so I appreciate you guys. All right, let's do David Suarez, Devonta Smith, or Javonte Williams to flex.
I think I'm just gonna go Devonta Smith here. Just don't love Javonte this week. Assuming PPR. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Javonte.
Right. Don't know what format this is, but hopefully it's PPR. Johnny B. Flex 2, Pearsall, Watson, Myers, Stevenson, Burden, Iosivich, Tuden.
I'm going to go Iosivich. I might just go Ramondre here. Gets the Bengals, could score. I might go Yoshi and Ramondre.
Yeah, I also don't know the scoring format here. I think that's fine. Sure. I mean, with these guys, you're looking for touchdown upside, basically. Jay Freezy, Tracy or Tucker at the flex?
I'm going to go Tucker.
Yeah, this one can pretty easily go Tucker. Now, what about this? TJR Carter, Kareem Hunt, or Sean Tucker?
That was tough because Kareem Hunt just feels so safe, right? Like he just feels so safe. It's like a warm blanket and a cup of hot chocolate this time of year, right? You just get on the couch, your warm blanket, your cup of hot chocolate, and you know you're gonna be, everything feels warm and fuzzy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds good to me.
But Sean Tucker could be like, opening that Christmas present on Christmas morning and getting the gift you never thought you were going to get. Like, you're so excited. But I might just play it warm and fuzzy and safe with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I think the unexpected gift was last week with Sean Tucker.
True.
Pretty sure that was it. So yeah, I'm again. I'm a little bit of a hater, but no, I'm gonna go actually Sean Tucker here. I think just because to get more upside. Mark Bone, what's up? The question is here. Needs 2 running backs and 3 flexes. Swift, Monungai, Tucker, Rashad White, Parker Washington, Trey Tucker, Pollard, and Sharps. Needs upside in the points race. But these are the choices. Now here you go, Sean Tucker.
Yeah, Swift, Sean Tucker, running back. We need 3 flexes. I think Trey Tucker has to be one of the flexes. I'd probably go Monungai, and I'd probably just take a chance on Charbonnet here in a good matchup.
Yeah, going for that upside. Let's do it. And then I don't think this must be a different one. This is Juice. Mondre or Emmanuel Wilson?
Emmanuel Wilson if Jacobs is out.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep it moving. All right. Here, I believe, is it's the same question, but Cody. Get your question in. Pick 2. Jennings, Wandale, Pierce, Watson.
Jennings, I don't know. I might just take a chance on Wandale. At least he got the targets. But I don't know. Or do I just gamble on the upside of Pierce? Actually, let's just go for some upside. Jennings and Pierce. We don't need Wandale's little floor.
No, do not feel good about Wandale this week. And again, I think I had gone Watson over Pierce earlier. It's very similar here. I would go Jennings, Watson. Pick 2, Tootin Knight or Carter Singletary.
I'm gonna go Knight and Singletary.
Yeah, oddly enough, Knight is the one I feel best about. I guess Singletary because he's getting touches. All right, there you go, Cody. We got that. And then Robert, I know we did yours because it was actually right before Cody's earlier. He said he missed it. I didn't hear it. Let's do it again. Robert Cano. Pick 3 between Warren, Judkins, Tracy, Pearsall.
Yeah, I think you just got to sit Pearsall here. It's just too risky. Too risky.
Yep. And then let's see, Legend. With no Chase, no London, we need 3. Jefferson, Flowers, Wilson, Watson. So who sits? Big hair.
Watson. I'm going to sit Watson. Not a good matchup for Watson this week.
Yeah, here's Watson. And then Brandon Ahmed is here again. Start 3 in the flex. Pittman, Pearsall, Booty, Yosevich, Alec Pearson, Gainwell.
I feel like we had this, but I'm going to go both Colts receivers and Yoshi. I feel like we did this already, though.
Yeah, I know some of these are, but I'm looking at the timestamp. This just came in 15 minutes ago. Thomas, again. Auden or Henry?
Henry. Definitely Henry.
No, let's do David P. Judkins or Swift?
I'll go Swift.
Jordan Henry. Yeah, I go Swift too. Do I trade Judkins and Pittman for Bucky?
I don't know. I don't really want to be trading for Bucky right now. Pittman's been solid. Judkins at least is still a workhorse. I don't really want to trade for Bucky right now.
If you want to trade those 2 for another running back, I think you can get a better running back. I'm not going to say better, but someone who you know is going to play. It's still good. Exactly. So I think you can do that for a different running back. I don't know if you could still get like a Chase Brown for that duo. You should be able to. Yeah, that's enough. You should be able to get a Chase Brown type. All right. Let's see who's next. It is Juice again. Purdy or Goff?
Man, that is tough this week. Goff at home against the Giants. Purdy at home against the Panthers. I think I'm going to give Goff the edge here at home against the Giants.
Yeah, this should be a big bounce back at home. And then somebody earlier had mentioned Goff after a loss. I don't know the stats behind that for sure, but yeah, this feels like a pretty good bounce back week for them, for the whole offense. Vinny is in the house. How's it going?
What's up,
Needs upside at tight end. But let's pick one of these options. Loveland, Nathan Taylor, Barner, or Fannin. He's telling, because you're talking about the story earlier about being undefeated. Exactly right. Exactly right. Undefeated.
It's like some team you play goes off that week and your team just is kind of underwhelming, and there it goes. I'll just go with AJ Barner here.
Yeah, you're looking for upside. At least we know he's capable of getting 10 catches. Don't know if it'll happen again. It's definitely not Fannin. All right, we got Dylan McNamara, Alec Pierce, or Sean Tucker at the flex.
Sean Tucker.
Yeah, definitely go Tucker here. Should I trade Sharps, Tucker, and Pierce for Kenneth Walker?
Well, I mean, I prefer it more if you can do Tucker and Pierce for Kenneth Walker, because then at least you have Charbonnet and Walker.
Right.
So if you can do Tucker and Pierce for Walker, I would do that. I would take a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it is still risky, right? There's no guarantee Walker does anything different than he's been doing all season, which is like good, not great. It's not necessarily what you want at your fantasy playoffs, but there is a chance. Like, I think I definitely would take a chance over Walker than Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker, even if Bucky doesn't come back next week or the week after, I'm not assuming Bucky's done for the year, like he's not coming back. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm skeptical of Bucky. I'm skeptical when he's going to come back, and when he does come back, how much he's going to be involved. And, there is always risk of re-aggravation, which I think is why they've kept him out in the first place, right? It's the arm thing, and they're worried if he takes a hit that his season will be over. So it's just really tricky. So if you can do just Tucker and Pierce, I mean, I feel like that should be enough. Bruno, Lamb, Nahara. Should I start Flowers or Judkins?
Assuming it's any kind of PPR, I'm going Flowers. Maybe in non-PPR, I can go Judkins.
Yeah. Exactly. And then we have Rick Dynasty, a.k.a. Rickolas Cage. Yoshi or Godwin. I remember this one.
Yeah, I'm not starting Godwin. Give me Yoshi.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Oaklas 8. Ended up trading Devonta Smith and Pittman for Lamb. Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
It said instead of Nico. Yeah, I mean,
fine.
Nico's still good, but Lamb is better. And who should I flex this week, Jamo or Higgins?
T. Higgins? I think I got to go T. Higgins.
Yeah, I like Jamo this week, but again, despite the matchup being tough, T. Higgins with the target volume, you got to go T. Higgins. So, yeah, and then now looking that you have those receivers, getting Lamb, I think you made a smart move, turning the two into the elite receiver. I like that trade. All right. No, sorry, wrong one. This is Zach Brands Inc. Hunt or Tucker?
We just had this. I'm going to go Kareem Hunt here.
And then pick 2 between Pierce Mooney and Pearsall.
I can't start Pierce. I just can't. I need to see. You cannot risk the 0 here. I mean, Pierce and Darnell Mooney, we know they're at least out there getting targets, or should be. So I'm going to sit Pearsall.
Yeah, again, just this week to see, there's a reason because he was out there, right? He was running routes. He was on the field most of the game. Obviously they wouldn't have activated him finally if he wasn't healthy enough to play, but it doesn't mean he's healthy enough to be close to 100% and to earn targets compared to all the other guys that he's fighting for targets with. So he's got to see something more from Pearsall first. It's good chance to buy low on Pearsall if you can. Cody's all right. Don't worry, Cody. We believe you. We know you're always on here. Got you. Yep. Don't worry. We got you. Yeah, we got a lot of questions that come like several hours before we even start getting live. So don't always get them. Cali Kid is finally back in the house. What's up? Needs one. Running back 2. Etienne, Gainwell, Judkins, Rashad White, or Tucker?
I think Etienne's got to be my choice here.
Yeah, Gainwell. No, I don't think I think it would have been Etienne regardless of what went on here. So that's Etienne. Interesting. Okay. Say it again. I fear that I'll miss out on a big week from JMO if I bench him. Would it be insane to start JMO over Igbokwe this week?
Yeah, I understand. I like JMO a lot this week, but I mean, I don't think I could do this. But I will say, look, I will say it again. Say it again. It's your team. If your gut is saying Jameson, go with Jameson. It's not like this is crazy. It's not like you're like saying I feel like I'm going to miss out on a big week from Calvin Austin. You know what I mean? So go ahead. Go if you want to do it, do it. I like Jameson a lot this week.
Yeah, it's not insane for sure. Igbokwe wasn't great, and Godwin being back, I don't think that matters. If it's my team, I'm still starting Igbokwe too, but not insane. Juice now, Walker or Wilson in PPR.
If Jacobs is out, I'm going Wilson. Otherwise, Walker.
Go legend in non-PPR needs 3: Jefferson, Zay, Wilson, Watson. So that's the same question, but maybe it matters that it's non-PPR or maybe it doesn't.
I'm still just going to go the first 3 wide receivers. I'm just going to play the wide receivers I like the best this week. That's the first 3.
Yeah, but good to know. Thank you for adding the information. Always good to know, especially when we got flex options here. All right, good. Got caught up there. Getting caught up. Let's see who's next. Looks like this is a different one from Cali Kid. All right, May or Hurts?
I'll go May here.
Definitely the better matchup, right? Needs 2 running backs, 1 flex. Henry, Etienne, Judkins, Kamara, Swift, Jalen Warren, Bam, and Diggs.
I'm going to go Henry, Etienne, and Diggs.
Yeah, Henry, Etienne. This is PPR. All right, Diggs it is. Very good. All right, here's a question nobody loves. From Rick Dynasty, Flacco or Bryce Young?
I might. Is that a picture of Flacco? I think I'm just going to go Bryce Young. Way better matchup this week.
Yeah, definitely the better matchup. That's for sure. All right, Santiago again, but got the membership for a month. Thank you, Santiago. We appreciate you as always. Fill in the RB and flex. Hall, Etienne, Walker, or could pick up from the wire. Let's see. Wandale, Jawan, Ricky. You got decent options.
Yeah, I do like Jawan this week, but I don't think I could put him over Breece Hall and Travis Etienne. I'm just going to go with those 2 running backs.
Yeah, I don't think you need those receivers with the running backs you have. All right. And then we have a new member. It is Renee. Renee Schaub. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And Renee has a question. It would help me out tremendously. Would you put in 3 flex options, full PPR league? Booty, Trey Tucker, Shaheed, Tez Johnson, Hollins. This is Jacobs.
Well, Jacobs would be number 1 here if he plays. I think Trey Tucker is number 2. Booty's number 3. And I'll put Shaheed number 4, assuming Jacobs is out.
Yeah. Hopefully for your team's sake also, hopefully Jacobs. I don't know who you might have on the waiver wire. Doubt Wilson's available, but you never know. All right. Julio is in the house. Run CMC run, staying true to his username. Considering Jacobs and Rico, Hendy, Saquon, yeah, that's right. His problem is he's got too many good running backs. And for your case, just I don't even worry about Jacobs if he plays, right? But which two of those?
Yeah. In this case, I would just go Rico and Henderson.
And then you got J-Mo, Pickens, T-Mac, and Igbuka. We need 2 receivers, and then we need to flex. I think I have to flex Saquon.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're going to play Rico, Henderson, Saquon, and then I'm going to go T-Mac and Igbuka at wide receiver.
You go. And again, in your case, consider Pickens, not worry about it too much. Okay, I don't know. He's saying there might be a glitch in the matrix. Feeling starting the Browns. I mean, that's a good choice. But at the same time, hoping Bowers goes off. But
that can happen. Look, Bowers could have like 7 catches and a touchdown, and the Browns could still have a monster day.
Right. Those things could happen simultaneously, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So don't worry. A lot of people worry about, my opponent or they have this quarterback. Like, it really actually doesn't matter that much. You pick the guy or the defense or whatever you think is going to score the most. All right. Super chat from One Sportsmanlike. Had Josh Allen, got Genty, Judkins, Jacobs, Wilson, Etienne, Marks was on the bench. All right. I guess that's good. Nico was in the lineup. Jettis, Pittman, Pearsall, Wandale, Flowers, and then you're good at tight end with Warren. So we need 1 more receiver, 2 running backs, and 1 flex.
All right. Well, I'm going to go either Packers running back plus Etienne. I'm still starting Jefferson here. It's PPR. I might just flex Flowers. I mean, Genty, I don't know. I don't love Genty this week. I might take a chance on Flowers against the Jets. I mean, look, after Josh Allen and Nico, you need a big game. You need a monster game. Flowers could give you that. So I'm going to go either Packers running back and Etienne, Jettas, and Flowers.
All right. There you go. Good luck. And then Juice going through all his lineups. He says, might as well. Brees, Etienne, or Swift?
I have Etienne the highest here. It's a pretty close one between Brees and Etienne.
Yeah. Yeah, these are close. Mr. Cross-Examiner, RB2, Hubbard, Mason, or Blake Corum? Taking the RB2 thing very literally here. They don't have to be their team's RB2.
Yeah, I will go Mason, I guess. At least he could score. I don't know. Corum?
No. I don't know about Corum.
Yeah.
He actually took a step back. Well, I think like 8 carries last week. This is a little bit less involved. I mean, look, they're not all great options, but it is what it is. All right. I think we're caught up on super chats. And again, anybody want to make sure before we get off that you have your question answered? That's guarantee we answer all super chats and our members. We'll do some others now, though. We'll hang out for a little bit longer. This one is tough. Derek Wells, Spiegel. It says standard, Igbuka or Olave?
I don't know. My gut, especially in standard, tells me Igbuka.
Yeah, I mean, look, generally it is Igbuka. I'm feeling Olave this week, and I don't feel a big Igbuka game. I think in this case, even though I do generally prefer, especially Olave in PPR, I'm going to go Olave. I just think this is a good week for him, and it's still a good enough week for Ibuka. I'm mostly starting him, but just don't feel like it's a big week, and I'm not going to miss out on anything huge. So, yeah, I'm going to go Olave. So sorry, split the difference there. All right, we have, I believe Andrew Luck is in the house, right? Hey, Luck. Trey Tucker, Downs, or Worthy?
I'll just go Trey Tucker here. At least he's the number one wide receiver. Don't feel great about Downs or Worthy this week.
No, don't feel great about any of them, to be honest, but you got to pick one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we can stream someone else. Here's a very similar question. Possibly worse. Parker Washington, Cedric Tillman, or Darius Slayton?
I mean, with Jameis Winston, can't even feel good about Slayton.
No, on the road against the Lions.
Parker Washington's been okay. I'll just go Washington.
Yeah. Look, Tillman, no. I want zero part of any Browns pass catchers, not Tillman. So just go Parker Washington here. All right. Can we go deeper? Maybe. All right, what about this? This is Chris V. 88. Tootin or Gainwell? It's non-PPR.
I feel like we had this one earlier. Kind of don't mind Gainwell. I'm a little nervous about Tootin coming off an injury. Like, how much are we going to see? It's a good spot for Gainwell. I might go Gainwell here.
Definitely prefer Gainwell in PPR. Yeah, if it was me, I would go Tootin because I'm skeptical of Gainwell and Steelers offense. All right, we can go deeper. We can.
All right.
Ready? Jose Munoz said needs a home run. You're not kidding. Isaiah Davis or Brashard Smith?
I mean, I don't even know. I don't think you're getting a home run here. But does Brashard Smith even get the ball? Like, for real?
You're getting a strikeout on 3 pitches.
Yeah, I'll go Isaiah Davis, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if Brashard Smith will get involved. That's the thing. But obviously you need something here. And let's go Isaiah Davis, sure. And Calikid is back. Needs a flex. Etienne, Aaron Jones, Judkins, Myers.
Etienne.
Yeah, that one pretty easy. And let's see. No, that's not deep enough. Let's see.
Like, how are you going to get deeper than Isaiah Davis and Brashard Smith? I don't think you're going to get deeper. I don't think you're going to get deeper than that.
It's possible. Trust me, it's possible. All right. How about this one? This is a trade. Let's grade the trade. Alan Gomez traded away Javonte for Rice.
Oh, that's a win. Assuming it's PPR, that's a win. If it's non-PPR, but as long as it's half or full, it's a win.
And it's a win. And look, I already have JT and Gibbs. Like you don't need Javonte. So yeah. That's it. Was it a good trade? Yes, that was a good trade. All right, JL Gaming, welcome back. Juwan or Pitts at tight end?
Pitts.
Yeah, this is close, and I have been saying earlier in the week, which is true in all the leagues where I need a tight end for this week, or just in general, because I stream. I'm picking up both. I have a little bit more Pitts than Juwan Johnson, though. So I think it's very close here, but slightly leaning towards Pitts. Let's see. Well, this is relatively similar. It's pretty deep. 88 Mike Skull. Tez, Worthy, Dortch, or Pop? We've not talked Pop this week.
We have not talked Pop. You know, in this case, I will just take a chance on Worthy. At least he's in the Chiefs offense. Colts give up a ton of points to wide receivers. I feel like at least he gives me some upside.
I mean, I'm almost tempted by Pop because he gets the Bengals, but Booty's coming back, and Kyle Williams has been involved. They're not going to need to throw it to him. So, all right, Worthy it is. I don't know about that. Tommy V saying it traded away Genty and Vidal for Chase Brown. You like that?
I mean, I know it feels like we should prefer Genty, but I don't even know at this point. Like, I feel like Genty is one of these guys that's living off of like fantasy football hype and draft capital.
I mean, it's not like he's done nothing. He's still scoring touchdowns. Sometimes he gets receptions. He hasn't had that ceiling, right? He's been almost more just like a floor play, which is not what we expected. So I think with Genty and Chase Brown, I mean, it's pretty close. I might prefer Chase Brown, but it's like, I don't know, giving Vidal away, is that nothing or is it too much?
Well, that could be too much depending on, of course, when or if Hampton comes back.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't instantly like it. It could go either way. TGL 1869 has a question. Let's see. Goddard or Watson as a flex?
Ooh. This is really tough. I mean, this is going to come down probably to who scores, if any of them scores. Goddard does have a great spot for a tight end. I don't love Watson this week, but can I really put Goddard in over Watson? I don't know. Probably not. I probably can't.
I think Watson's good enough. Like, I know it'll be a big week. He always has that big play upside at least. Kenny has a question. Okay. So the question is somewhere above. Let's see what the question is. Aha. No. That's a comment, not a question. Let's see what the question is. Here we go. Should I make a trade? Got Lamar, Stafford, Stroud. But why? You don't need Stroud. Bijan, Bucky, RJ Monty, Harrison, Olave, Worthy, Michael Wilson, Kittle, JJ, Gadsden. Okay. You need to make a trade because you need a better receiver.
Yeah, and I'm almost thinking here, like, do we package like Stafford and Gadsden?
Yeah, no, we should.
And go out and get, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what those guys are going to get you, though. That's the thing. Like, what kind of receiver are we going to get for those two guys?
The thing is, look, Kenny, I don't know. I'm assuming you didn't say it's a super flex. If it's not a super flex, there's absolutely no reason to have Stroud. You should just drop him. You have Kittle. You really don't need Juwan Johnson because you already have Gadsden. You definitely don't need two kickers. You can be dropping several of these players. You don't need to pick up some RB handcuffs and some upside receivers. You know what I mean? Take a chance on some rookies. As far as trades, though, you're right. If you have Lamar and Stafford, trade one of those quarterbacks, trade one of those tight ends, preferably Gadsden. Try to turn it into a better receiver.
You know, I almost wonder, now that I think about it, what about just trading? Stafford has a great schedule. What about just trading Lamar and get like Devontae Adams, George Pickens?
Probably get more like for Lamar, right?
Yeah, and just roll with Stafford. And
if you package Lamar with Gadsden, I mean, you're not going to get probably Jamar Chase, but you can get a good receiver. But yeah, definitely try to improve your receiver core. And again, drop the third string quarterback, the third string tight end, the backup kicker. Just drop those guys. Pick up some flyers. Stash. Watch the stash video. Pick up the stashes. Let's see who's next. Here is okay. Say it again. Swift or Emmanuel Wilson?
Emmanuel Wilson if Jacob's out.
Right. How about this one? Darnold or Dak? This is Keenanock.
This should be a good Darnold week. This feels like a bounce back Darnold week. I'm going to go Darnold.
Yeah, he'll bounce back, and also we are worried about Dak. Pretty worried. Doug Fenton needs 2 running backs and a flex and a tight end. Chris Brown, Walker, Tootin, Watson, Washington, Pierce, all
Brown.
Chris Brown. Breezy.
I'm going to go Chase Brown and Walker. I'll just flex Christian Watson here, and I'll take a chance on Theo Johnson.
Yeah, I don't even know it's Chris Brown. This one's funny. It's Chris. I know it's not you because you're not Chris V, Chris M. But this is something you would try. Why is DK Metcalf projected to do well? I have no confidence starting him.
Well, again, because it is the Bears, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon not playing. I understand having no confidence, but I also understand like projecting him to do okay.
I mean, like, when's the last time he had a big game? Like, he hasn't. So I don't care about the projections, but he'll do something. Michael Newcomer, Warren Tucker, Aaron Jones.
Oh man. I mean, I don't mind Jalen Warren this week against Bears. I might go Jalen Warren here.
Between those 3, yeah, it's either Warren or take a chance on Tucker again. So, yeah, be prepared. I don't get the feeling Jacobs will play. Of course, we don't know. Jason Branscombe, Henderson or Harvey? He says rest of season because he wants to trade one for Waddle, or is that a bad idea?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, if I have to pick one, I'm going to go Henderson. They have a phenomenal schedule. I got to think he'll be the guy.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
Trading Harvey for Waddle, it seems fair. Waddle's been good, mostly. All right. Yeah, so do it. And then welcome back, Karen. Karen Cooney. Wandale or Pierce?
I'll just take a chance on the upside of Pierce.
Unless or pick up who. Sorry. Well, I get it. Like, you don't know everyone who might be out there, but who's like the waiver wire list this week? I mean, obviously Michael Wilson, if he's available, I doubt he is, but maybe Watson, I doubt he's available. There weren't a lot of really good receivers this week on waivers, to be honest. I mean, this past week. I don't know who might realistically be available that's worth picking up and starting. Mooney?
I mean, maybe.
He's out there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, it depends how shallow or non-shallow the league is, of course.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we already did that one. Jay Frost. Watson, Booty, Henry, Hunt, Aaron Jones. Who to flex?
I'll probably just go with Kareem Hunt here. Crazy times, but I feel secure enough with Kareem Hunt. I'll just roll with him.
Well, the thing is, look, those receivers all have upside, but Watson and Booty, they're my volatile boom bust type of flexes, right? It's a dice roll. They'll make a big catch for a touchdown, or they'll do nothing, or very little, at least, not nothing. So Hunt will get you points, you know that. All right, Juice. We'll see you. Kamara or Taysom?
Kamara.
Should be Kamara. I really hope it's Kamara. Cal Kid wants to know, he says Knicks and Rodriguez on waivers. Drop any of those. I don't need to pick up Knicks. I don't care about Knicks. I guess you could pick up. I would rather have Chris Rodriguez. Well, you know what? Why don't you just drop Bill for Rodriguez?
Yeah, I would drop Bill for Rodriguez.
All right, jail gaming again. If Jacobs is out, Tyrone Tracy or Bam?
Both starters, both in bad spots. I don't know. I think That one is very tough.
Yeah, I think Bam, like you said earlier, the touchdown upside is clearly Bam because they pull Tracy anywhere they get near the red zone. And Bam is still going to get most of the touches because DeMarcado is out and Benson's out. So I'll probably go Bam. It's funny because a couple weeks ago I was like, Benson's coming back. I won't be able to say Bam anymore. And here we are. We're still talking
Saying Bam. Still saying Bam.
Glad you mentioned this, Keenan, because he said he had another super chat question, and here it is. Should I make a trade? Prescott, Henry, Jones, Flowers, Jennings, Andrews, Etienne, Shakir, and Waddle on the bench. Keeping the faith in Darren Waller. Wow. Garrett Wilson. Could use
what are you gonna do here though? Like, what do you really have? You need Waddle. You need Wilson to come back. No one's trading for Garrett Wilson right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, okay. I just noticed you have Etienne. He's your flex, so you're okay at RB2. You have Henry, Etienne, Jones, Flowers, Jennings. You really don't have a true wide receiver one. Like you have a good but not great receivers. You got like Waddle, Shakir, Garrett Wilson. I mean, who knows when Garrett Wilson coming back? I mean, yeah, it would be nice to say, sure, trade and go get an elite receiver, but you'd have to package a couple of good-ish kind of wide receiver 2 types and hope somebody is willing to do that. All right. A couple more here. So we are pretty much caught up. Let me see. I don't think we did this one. Michael Newcomer, Kareem Hunt, or Emmanuel Wilson over Warren?
Well, not Kareem Hunt. I could go Emmanuel Wilson over Warren if Jacobs is out.
Yeah, if Jacobs is out, I think Wilson is the guy you want to play. I'll play him over Warren. Okay, I think this is Kevin. Greg Dortch or Parker Washington?
I can't do it with Greg Dortch. If he's good, he's good. Oh well. I'll go Parker Washington, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to go Parker Washington. Durf Boy. Well, here we go. Is Waller worth the stash for the playoffs?
I mean, if you're 11-0, why not? Why not? Although, who's your tight? If you're 11-0, I'm guessing you already have a tight end.
Well, maybe. I don't even know. Darren Waller's talking. Like, is he even coming back? Honestly, like, is he coming back? I don't know. I wouldn't. I have no idea. He's not a guy I would stash, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Do my dance. Okay. Start Diggs or Hendy versus Cincy.
I think you got to go with Henderson. They're so bad against running backs.
Yes. I mean, both obviously great spots, but Henderson is in the better spot. I mean, the same spot, but you know. Juice. Now, would you play Emmanuel Wilson over Pickens?
I can't do that. I would. Man, I can't.
Let's see. This is another super chat from S. Troyer. Let's see what the question is. It's probably coming. It's a good chance, by the way. So before we also get out here, don't forget, if you haven't yet, take a second, hit the like button, thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, of course, do that too. Okay. S. Troyers wants to know flex Warren with Rodgers or Rudolph or Pittman.
Yeah, I don't think it matters to me which QB we got this week.
No, not for Warren.
I might go Warren. I really don't feel good about Pittman this week. I like Warren against the Bears. I might go Warren here.
Yeah, again, I got all these Colts receivers as flex options. Maybe I just don't feel great about them. So let's go Warren. So this MMFP3, yes, you're right. I did have a Trinity shirt the other day. I am an alumni. You actually know Trinity University. You must be from around San Antonio, or for some reason came around here. So let's do your question if you're a fellow alum. Have London, Shakir, Williams, and Igbuka. Should I pick up Washington, Downs, Johnson, Higgins, Dortch, or Isaiah Hodgins? We have not had an Isaiah Hodgins question.
Look, Jaden Higgins is starting to get more involved. I mean,
didn't they just play? They already played.
Yeah, they played Thursday. I don't know, so you might not be able to pick up Higgins because he's
there's no point picking him now.
But he is coming on. But I would think out of this group, I still got to pick up QJ.
Yeah, it's not a good time to get Downs. Washington's like, okay. George hot. Nah. It would be Higgins. I agree with you. Higgins would be the one I like the best of this group, but it's just weird timing right now to pick him up because they played. So you might as well wait. Just get QJ.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? That's some big trade. Rice and Kittle for Chase and McBride.
Give me Chase and McBride. I still got to prefer Chase to Rice, and I still got to prefer McBride to Kittle. I'll take the Chase McBride side.
Very nice. All right. Yeah, I like Chase McBride. MM is an alum. Very nice. There you go. Go Tigers. I wonder what year. Tell me what year. Can't guarantee. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what you look like. So you probably not necessarily younger than me. I think this is always a sign, right? This is like, when it's time to go, Johnny Donuts appears.
Yes. Nice.
There's no word. Someone still brought in 3 dozen donuts this morning. Wow.
To your house? Like into your home?
It's just arrived. They're like, I mean, it's Johnny Donuts. He just gets them. Everyone is mad because BTJ last minute not play. It's not last minute. He hasn't played for weeks. Like, how's that last minute?
I know.
Like, they really thought this was the week. He's definitely going to come back this week. All right. Let them be mad. But you know what? That anger will subside as soon as they take the first bite of the donut. It's just like.
Exactly. Just share it. Just be like, here, have some donuts. And then they won't care anymore.
All right. There you go. Wow. I'm in the class of 99. I am the class of 98. So there you go. You're like,
wow.
And I got my master's in 99. So I was still there technically. We probably have seen each other. All right. Anyways, Johnny. 2 flex spots, Walker Mooney, Emmanuel Wilson.
Walker and Wilson if Jacobs is out. Otherwise, Walker Mooney.
Yeah, exactly. Walker Wilson if Jacobs doesn't play. Well, you know what? End where we started with Chew Baby Fresh Dog Treats.
All right.
By the way, still got that special. I know we had put the promo code somewhere. Chew Baby, don't hesitate. Get them the discount in the comments. You'll probably find it, be able to type it before I can. Flex Swift, Warren, Michael Wilson, and of course, wants a treat, a human treat.
Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. I don't know. Probably got to take a chance on Michael Wilson here.
Yeah, and again, if this is PPR, full PPR, and you go Michael Wilson, the target share, all that. I think it's Michael Wilson here. Swift is fine this week. Doesn't excite me too much. Like, he's fine. Warren is always fine. Don't want fine. Cali Kid now, Michael Wilson or Myers? Michael Wilson.
Yeah, here I can definitely go Michael Wilson.
Anthony Birch wants to know, are you worried about Bijan?
No, I talked about it on today's video because I did talk about Tyler Algier. I know it feels like there's a lot of Tyler Algier, and there is a lot of Tyler Algier near the goal line, which is annoying. But Tyler Algier, even over the last 3 games, has only played like 30% of the snaps. He's only handled like 30% of the attempts. He's not even involved as a pass catcher. Like, no, I'm not worried about Bijan.
I mean, it's fair to worry about the state of the Falcons offense with Kirk Cousins there and Drake London not being there. But, on the one hand, you could think, well, that's going to hurt the RB1. But on the other hand, like, this could help Bijan Robinson because he will become the main pass catcher, right? And they're going to want to run the ball more, which does help Algier also. I don't think it hurts Bijan's fantasy value in a PPR league. Put it that way. And then where is it? Okay, well, let's do this. Damir Faram traded Kelsey and Aaron Jones for Chase Brown. Is that a win?
Yeah, I think that's a win. Yeah. You got McBride? Yeah, you got McBride. That's a win.
Yeah, I think that's definitely worth it. And then legend, May or Hurts?
I'm going to go May.
Yep, go May. Joe Coons. Rest of season, Benson or Harvey?
It's got to be Harvey. He looks like the RB1 in Denver. Who knows with Benson at this point? It's got to be Harvey.
Yeah, definitely Harvey. And they're not missing, neither are playing this week. It's not like anybody gets an edge in games played. We don't even know if Benson's coming back next week. I mean, he may not. Yeah. All right. I think we're all caught up there. Let's go ahead and call it. We will be back, don't worry, tomorrow morning, nice and early, 3 hours before the main slate kicks off. And so don't forget, turn on notifications also. Besides subscribing, hit that little notification bell so you know when we go live, when the videos drop, which is every single day of the entire season. Got something new for you, which is why you should subscribe if you haven't yet. And give us a thumbs up on the way out. We'll be back with all the latest injury updates and here to help you answer your last-minute questions as well, like we always are. So you can also, don't forget, you got questions and you forgot, you can't make it tomorrow morning, you just want to ask anytime. That's what Draftline is for. So download that app. It is free, and you can use it whenever you like. All right. Appreciate everyone being on here. We'll see you tomorrow morning.